Here, put it back.
No. You're back, guys.
Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
You got this.
Turn it down.
I got this. Well, I got this.
Turn it down. Just my way of checking to make sure my sound is good. So I check on my phone. But hey, let's see who we got in the chat.
I got this.
I see Mother Trucker. She left a message at about 2:34. 234. She says, let me put this up on the screen. Before we get started, let me go ahead and say my quick disclaimer. Everything that you hear come out of my mouth is alleged and in my opinion, which I am entitled to. Okay. Also, Copyright Act 1976, fair use purposes for criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, which we have down at the bottom of the screen. This is for entertainment purposes only. Shout out to my mods. I see I got some mods in the chat as well. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for being here. And we got a message. This says Marquita's boyfriend said that Jarvis got the gun charge because he confronted this guy about being inappropriate with Naziyah and Jarvis' daughter. When I say this rabbit hole is more like a sinkhole, what? Ain't he the perpetrator? How he gonna try to check somebody else for doing exactly what the hell he doing? Make it make sense. That makes absolutely no sense. But thanks for that message. I'm not sure if it's true, y'all. I'm just reading what was said. Hey, Miss Sexy Ray. My ever so supportive ma. She always in the chat. Miss Sexy Ray, she don't miss a beat. She say, hey, mother trucker. Hey, Breezy. Hey, Breezy. Y'all see Miss Sexy Ray leaving the links in the chat. Make sure y'all check them links out, please. Sherry, hello. I might have said that twice, but that's all right. It sounds like Serenity. Hey, how you doing? Sherry says, I like to go by facts. So I don't necessarily believe everything, but my mind, how messy this case has been, and how, yeah, I agree. You said and everything around it. You say this baby didn't stand a chance, right? It is getting deeper, darker, uglier, crazier, weirder. She said, didn't I say last night we was going to be able to tie Frank back to that church? Everything is folding. Kenneth Greer just not being honest about his involvement. Now, I don't know what Kenneth Greer said because we about to dive into that. I didn't even watch it. I didn't watch it at all. So she also said, Sherry, we got to take everything he say with a grain of salt. Hold on. All right. Let me start over. She says, Sherry got to take everything he say with a grain of salt. But him saying Frank works on the evangelist cars for years was enough for me to believe. Oh, look, y'all. Spoiler alert. Hold up. Hey, Noel. Let me skip y'all comments. Quit talking about the interview in the comments, y'all. I ain't watched it yet. Hey, Tiffany Pooh. She said the real ill. I'm probably saying that all wrong. Say, hey, y'all, this should be interesting. Yes. Britt Dainty, hey. Hey, Desperate Sacrifices. Miss Karis. Shauna. Miss Lex, how you doing? We got a whole lot of the subbies in the chat. Who else did I miss? Shauna. Hey. Grace. Hey, Grace. You said the eyes is giving. I was trying something new today. You noticed, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. I didn't even do my whole face. I just said, let me do something to my eyes. It's giving cats. It's giving meow. It's giving pushy cat. Okay. Kirsten in the chat. I must have skipped. Oh, hey, Kirsten. Hey, Jessica. Okay, I think I'm all caught up now. Okay. I think I'm caught up with the chat. Okay, this entire case is unbelievable. The way that things are unfolding is insane. Like, at this point, I'm not surprised of anything. At this, I mean, are you? Are y'all really surprised? You know, from the very beginning, I said nothing is a coincidence, right? These children are not just coming up missing for the hell of it. They're not just coming up missing and nobody knows what's happening to them. Nobody's seen anything. Nobody heard anything. No, it's planned. It's an operation. These is peddle rings going on. This is trafficking going on. So they know exactly what to do, when to do it, how to make it look to the public. But what they didn't know was we was going to keep digging. People was going to keep talking. You know? So that is what's revealing everything. And if y'all think it's deep now, y'all think that we at the bottom of the rabbit hole now, it goes deeper. It goes deeper. So I hope that y'all got y'all popcorn, y'all got y'all snacks, y'all done finished cooking dinner or whatever. Got your kids in the tub and all of that good stuff, and you chilling right now. Because we're gonna dive into this interview with Kenneth Greer, the autistic guy allegedly that had relations or had been inappropriately communicating with Naziyah. Okay, that's what was said. That's what's been said. We're going to get into that. Now, like somebody did say in the chat, we are going to take this with a grain of salt and really listen with our discernment, not with our feelings. Okay, we're going to deal with the truth and the facts, and we just going to have to discern what is actual factual, because they throwing a lot of distractions out there, a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of what y'all would call clout out there. You know, everybody trying to come up off Naziyah and these children. They want to build some type of platforms and fame off of these children. So for those that have not watched it, here we go. You know, we about to get into it. Let me check a few more comments and we just gonna dive right into it. I've been live, 9 minutes? So we'll probably get started in about 6 minutes. I'll be like 15 minutes in. Okay. Let's check these few little comments. Mother Trucker said, of course, we don't know what's true 100%. But with all these characters speaking out, we can piece together things. We sure can. She said, hopefully this case can and will expose these rings and organizations, right? Because they think they can keep distracting us and we ain't going to use our discernment and pay attention to what's actual, factual. She said, we better get all this mess during the trial and the truth. Y'all know what? If they don't speak about this stuff that we coming across, I know something. Here's to say, SD, I did a pedo search in a mile radius from that church. You was blown away. 99. Wow. Desperate say, I just pulled up to work, but definitely listening. Well, you have a good day, a good night at work. You must work nights. You have a good night at work. Be careful. And thanks for joining. She say, hey, I still haven't had a chance to watch the interview. Well, we about to get into it. I was there. She said, but my coworker was talking up a storm. She would not let me put my headphones on. Girl, I would have slid them headphones on so quick. Like, she would have got the message. She would have got the message. Say, I heard from a reliable source, the feds have been introduced to this case. The depth of it is federal, not DPD. Okay. That's good then. Say, wonder if some of these people are going to be on a witness stand. I wonder the same thing too, Noel. All right, so I'm gonna just play it in a background. I'm gonna put these headphones on. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it, okay? Y'all let me know.
I'm from Detroit.
You're from Detroit?
Correct.
Okay. And where did you and Kenneth, what year? Because he told us the year, but I want to see if it coincides. And what year did you and Kenneth Greer meet?
I think I would say 04, 05.
Okay, so 04, 05. Because he told us y'all met in 2003. How long did y'all date?
4 years.
Okay. He said about that. So he also said, stated to everyone that he said, I said, when did y'all date? He said from 2003 to 2006. And he also said in the midst of that, he said he's 45 or 46, and he said he's autistic and he's a sex offender.
That's a lie.
Which part?
At this point, even our grandma is using Pi Ad Block.
We done hit a commercial already. Okay, y'all can hear it, right? So he said he met Kenneth, the so-called evangelist, in 04, 05. He said they dated for what, 4 or 5 years too? I'm waiting for a quick yes. Oh no, these she think they her headphones. These is not her headphones. These is her mama's, honey. Tiffany say she look. Look, y'all, I am a big kid. For real, for real. Y'all gonna find that out. Like I could be as sexy as I want to be, but I'm a big kid. Okay. I love colors. I love girly stuff. Say I feel the same way, Kimberly. What Kimberly say? Oh, right. Okay, about the theory. Okay. And I thought it was cute. It matched the headphones. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all? Okay. Finally. Thank you, Mother Trucker. Thank you, Noel. Thank you. They is cute, ain't they? She think they hers, they not. Y'all, they online. Just look online. They online. Okay. I should put them on my affiliate thing so y'all can follow the link. But anyway, let me go ahead and hit play. Oh shoot. Hold up. It's on mute.
Darnell, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. Which part is a lie? The autistic or being a sex offender?
Both.
So
both.
What okay, so let me ask
Yeah, he starting the lies earlier. Y'all know he know damn well we seen that record, Darnell. Kenneth Greer. You start your shit already. 2 minutes into the interview.
you this. Where did you meet the evangelist Kenneth, if you don't mind me asking?
BGC,
What is that?
gay site.
Oh, okay, website. Okay. I'm glad you announced that. So is it fair to say if I told you that Talk with Prince did look it up and she did see some a assaults on your background?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to stay there. That's your business, but I'm just saying with the allegations, and I shared the lie with you to see that he put that on you. Okay.
Okay.
So you met him on this site, and that's the same site. It's funny that you say that he said he met.
Let me go back, y'all. Let me just go back. I'm gonna go back another minute. I need to hear this.
Greer me.
I think I would say 04, 05.
Okay, so 0405. Because he told us y'all met in 2003. How long did y'all date?
4 years.
Okay. He said about that. So he also said, stated to everyone that he said, I said, when did y'all date? He said from 2003 to 2006. And he also said in the midst of that, he said he's 45 or 46, and he said he's autistic and he's a sex offender.
That's a lie.
Which part? Darnell, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. Which part is a lie? The autistic or being a sex offender?
Both.
So what okay, so let me ask you this. Where did you meet the evangelist Kenneth, if you don't mind me asking?
BGC,
What is that?
gay site.
Oh, okay, website. Okay. I'm glad you announced that. So is it fair to say if I told you that Talk with Prince did
Sorry about that, y'all. We back on.
look it up and she did see some a assaults on your background?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to stay there. That's your business, but I'm just saying with the allegations, and I shared the lie with you to see that he put that on you.
She Miss Parker sound like she trying to be nice. I would have. She said that we ain't gonna stay there. Hold up, now. He sound like he didn't want to answer that. Like he know he lying. That's definitely our business. When you are a sex offender, that's public.
Okay.
Okay.
So you met him on this site, and that's the same site. It's funny that you say that he said he met Florentino Harris on the same site. And he said he also made the family aware. He told the grandmother where he bought you around, and y'all became friends. And he said that it was possible that you allegedly touched Naziyah Harris in
That's a
a
lie.
sexual manner.
That's a lie. Like I said, I got God kids, and what I look like touching somebody? No, that's wrong. I'm better than that. Like, that stuff lying is gonna get you nowhere, but you're in jail or somebody hurt. I don't appreciate people lying on me for no reason.
Yeah. So I did notice that you are following Florentino on one of your pages, correct?
Pray one of them.
Okay. So you met Florentino, correct?
Through him. I don't talk to none of them.
Okay, so when you met Florentino, did you ever, like, just being honest, Darnell, did you ever go around the family ever at some
Nope.
point?
Nope.
So you don't know the Harrises?
Nope.
So why do you think that Kenneth lied about, I mean, the evangelist Kenneth lied about you meeting the family and putting this allegation that you touched Naziyah?
Cause I ain't down there in Ohio with him. That's why. I got life up here in Michigan. He mad because I won't come down there to be with him. I like it. Once you with my ex, so you always be an ex. What you put me through when we was together, I ain't going through that again.
So what was the relationship?
He put me through hell. I ain't going through that again.
Y'all take
When
your
you
notes.
say he put you through hell, what was the relationship? Was it physical? Was it emotional, verbal? Like, what was it?
We used to fight all the time. Like almost every day. Cause I like doing stuff. I like going out and about. He like to stay at home doing nothing. I like go out, make money, do what I gotta do. I'm gonna go get her. I ain't gonna sit around wait on nobody.
Yeah.
I got my own company doing transportation. I ain't wait on nobody to give me nothing. I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, so it was physical.
Yep.
So I do want to talk about this because this has came up in the Naziyah Harris case as far as people doing the research. Content creators from all over are gonna go deep down. And once we found Kenneth the evangelist, we found the church, which is pretty spooky. And you followed the same bishop, right? Just want to be honest with you and transparent as possible. But this bishop of the go ahead. You want to do this talk with Prince?
Yes. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good.
All right. So I noticed that you follow Archbishop Stacy Herman with Jehovah Shalom Church of God Inc.
This is Wix Studio.
Yo, I'm trying not to laugh. This shit funny already.
Designed freely.
Let me skip this.
Do you know Archbishop Stacy?
Not like that.
Not like that. Okay. Okay. So you've never been to his church or anything like that?
Correct.
Okay. Because I know it's possible.
We saw pictures of them. He was definitely at their church. I seen pictures. You know, all the lies is really annoying.
Before, us to follow people that we honestly don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he is on 2 of your pages as a friend, on 2 of your pages.
Right.
But of course, with him being a pastor of the LGBTQ community, I could understand why you follow him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure that, have you ever had any kind of contact with this man? Have you ever been to his church?
Nope.
Okay.
So, Darnell, how do you get to following these people? How do you, because you got to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't know you, but I follow you. I never, you know what I'm saying?
They follow me. I don't know if they follow my ministry or what. I got a lot of followers.
Okay. And you said you do got a ministry?
Yep.
Okay. We're not here to stick on this, but it is fair to say, like, I don't want to skip past it. And, if you're a man of God, and I am a woman of God, and I gotta tell you, Darnell, I've had a life where I didn't want to admit a lot of things that I've done, but I had to get saved. I have to be honest about my transgressions, right? And you said that I don't want to skip past the SA charges and just own up to that, because people's confused, like they seen the records. You know what I'm saying? Can we just, and I don't want to go into it, but wasn't you arrested for that?
Yeah, because my niece lied. That was something happened a long time ago.
So your niece lied. Okay. With Kenneth the evangelist, do you have any charges like yours?
I don't know.
Okay. Because he said he let the people know about you. He said he let the Harrises know because where you was going around. That's where the confusion comes in. Because I was like, well, did you tell the family? He said, I let Annette know that Darnell was a pedophile, but she continued to let him around the children. And she
That's
said, but yeah, that's what he said about you. And he said, you and Florentino got really close.
That's a lie.
This is crazy. Do you know anything about the Jehovah Shalom Church?
Nope.
Mm. So the church is the Jehovah Shalom Church. With it being a big church as it is mighty funny that, you know, nothing can be found about it, and you saying you don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
All I know is evangelist got ordained there. That's all I know. I don't know. I ain't never been there. I don't know nothing about this pastor or nothing.
Oh, okay.
When he went over there, he went over by himself.
Oh, okay. So he never went. You never went to church with him when he went to.
I went to my own church.
All right.
I ain't used to no dead ass church. Excuse my language.
That speaks volumes right there. So I want to go back for just a second, Miss Parker, don't mind. So BCG, is that dating app still up?
Nah.
Okay.
So when you met him, what's the age difference between you and when you
I
and
Kenneth? 23 and he was 20.
And what's the years again, Darnell, that you say y'all dated?
2003 or 4.
Because he said it's funny that you say that, because he did stay like 2003 to like 2006, and then he said he met the Harrises in 2009. So I was like, okay, so 3 years after the relationship was over, you introduced Darnell to the family and stuff like that. And again, he said you and Florentino got really close and things. So y'all continue to stay friends. So why did he mention the family of the Hearst family and putting you intertwined with them if it's not true? Why do you think he would say that? Because he was so adamant.
I don't know, but all I know, he is a big liar. He been lying for years.
And then
what I will share with you, Miss.
I would never go.
What I will share with you, Pastor. I don't mean to cut in. I want to do this because I believe in doing stuff right. Okay, I don't believe in putting nothing on somebody that I can't prove factual. Okay. Looking at your other pages, okay, I don't see any connection there with the Harrises. Not even with Florentino. I don't see him on any of the other pages as you've been his friend or nothing. I do see Kenneth up there as your friend. Okay. So is it possible that you added Florentino recently?
Because we got screenshots of you and Florentino following each other. That's why we're so kind of like, because it's a lot of lies pertaining to this baby's case. And I don't want to leave here today going, why did Darnell lie to us today? You know, I really don't. Also, it was some post of Shannon's. What happened? Talk with Prince with the post of Shannon.
So, a couple of days ago, of course, I've probably been looking at Shannon and Marquita's page very frequently. And a couple of days ago, I didn't see you nowhere on the post. And I went back yesterday and seen that you had, what you did, you put a frown, a angry face on one of their posts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to understand. Because by then you had heard about the interview. So is it possible that you went back and found them to see, okay, who are these people? Who are these people that Kenneth's saying that I've been around? Did you go and do your own research on these people?
Yep, because
I thought so in that sense, because that didn't make sense. A couple of days ago, I didn't see that you had posted nothing on their page or reacted to nothing. But when I looked, last night, I see that you had reacted to a post that had been made on both of their pages.
So what made you go research them? Because who mentioned anything about it's hard finding their pages, for one. I do want to be honest with you. You just can't put in her name and find her. You get what I'm saying? How did you go about finding her or even looking into them?
I had to go on a Vengeance page and do my own research because after that interview, I had to do my own research because that was bold as hell. I wouldn't do nobody like that. That's wrong.
Okay.
Especially as across the whole nation so the whole world could see. That's wrong as heck. I was hurt when y'all called me Sunday. I was literally at church.
Yeah.
For
He was, guys.
To lie like that, that's wrong.
So you said he lies a lot, and first let me go back to this with the relationship. Was it abusive? Was it physical?
It was both.
It was both. Okay. You said Kenneth lies a lot. What has he lied about to make you? Because you was like, yeah, Kenneth lies a lot. What made you say that? Like, what has Kenneth lied about you to make you say, I can believe that before I ever even sent you the live that he did?
Like he lied and said he gonna see my money back. He ain't seen that yet. He lied about a lot of stuff.
He says y'all was together in December. You brought him back to Detroit last year in December. And I couldn't believe it because I said, why are you still around a known essay offender? You know, you're talking bad about him up here, and you know, you're saying he's autistic and that he's touched Naziyah Harris in a horrible way, and how Annette and you guys are still close. So, you know, my people are having a very hard time believing it because they're like, he's not saying too much of anything, but he's following these people and, you know, the evangelist. So, you know, you were still following the evangelist up until you talked to me on Sunday, correct?
Correct. Not like that. I was like, doing it when there was no serious conversation.
Well, it's not going to look good. I got to be honest with you, Darnell. It's not going to look good from what the evangelist said. And, you know, I'm not the only content creator that touches on Naziyah Harrison, you know, with your past and things like that. And one thing I can say about those kind of charges and stuff, I fight against that. I do. I have children, and I speak for these children. And one thing I say about those essay charges, you don't get charged if it's not true. Do you understand? Darnell? Top with Prince, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Darnell, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I mean, this is just the time to clear it up for the world. Just it'll set, you know, like I said, Darnell, I did things I can't take back. I did things I'm not happy and proud of. You get what I'm saying? But this is a baby that's just
I don't know about Naziyah. I don't know why the hell he lied on me. I don't know about the family. So why the hell he lied? That shit hurts.
Mm-hmm.
What I look like touching a 13-year-old? Or however old she is. I don't know. What I look like? I got nieces and nephews myself. I got god kids. I see, or I take to the park from time to time. He lied.
Darnell, I'll ask you for a second just to take a moment and regroup yourself. Okay. Because he did it, he lied about a lot of things. He did.
Darnell, let me ask you this, and I just want you to be honest. Do you think that the evangelist put on you what he done to Naziyah? Just kind of based off of your relationship and things like that.
Because he know the family more. Like I said, I don't know the family. He do. He be around them more than he be over there.
Mm.
Every time he come to Michigan, he go over there.
You just said he'd be around more than you been around him.
Because I don't know them. I don't know internet and none of them.
And does the evangelist, is he autistic?
Most likely.
Yeah, he gives the more, after talking to you and between you and him, I gotta be honest, he's more on the definitely on the autistic side, even with my guests watching laugh at things that were so inappropriate and things. That's why I titled this, guys, Clearing the Air. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to clear the air. He was very upset. He cammed up for us, and he was very emotional. He was.
Look, y'all, I don't know about artistic, but definitely slow. Okay. They both are giving mentally challenged on the spectrum or just flat out slow, guys. Like,
wasn't like Kenneth Greer. I mean Kenneth the evangelist. He very much so, and I'm not gonna his Darnell's transgressions with the children and what he did, those acts has nothing to do with me. He's got to face God for that. He has got to face God for all of that. I'm not here to judge this man. I really want answers for
not Shabar. You can't tell. I think Miss Parker just tried to be nice. I feel like she tried to make him feel comfortable with his autism and, like somebody said in the comments, some isms going on. But she know damn well.
Naziyah Harris and, the things like that and the allegations that was put on him and stuff. So he wanted to clear the air after I sent him the live. He wanted you guys to know that he never met the Harris family. He doesn't know Naziyah. He's never been around Naziyah. He's not autistic. And that he's had physical altercation with the evangelist. Because remember, the evangelist was so adamant that him and Florentino, when Kiwana jumped down in the chat and he said that Kiwana made allegations that he beat the hell out of Florentino. And he said they never did and stuff like that. So, yeah.
He did the thing to me. That's why I said I would never go backwards. Nope.
So it was physically abusive. He was really physically. When you say that, like what kind?
Really, he used to, like I come in from going to my mama's house. He used to get mad about that. Like how you gonna stop me from seeing? Because me and mama had a close relationship. He used to get mad because I was like, I'm about to go to my mama's house and check on her. And one Sunday, I think he came over and knocked all the food on the ground. My daddy was about to shoot the hell out of him. Like,
so he is. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like, y'all calling nobody has to respect too. I don't care how big you is. You ain't gonna respect my mama. Cause we used to fight all the time. Like, how you gonna get mad because me and my family close?
I'm glad you talked about family. So did he ever mention anything about family? He said he was in foster care, but I seen different. That's what I'm saying about him. I seen different. I didn't understand. He said he didn't have a mother or nothing, and then I find a mother, and he don't pray for my mother, and it's all over the place.
Wow.
So do you know anything about him being adopted? Do you know anything about a family?
He got sisters. He got an auntie. He got a mother. He got his father passed. His mother passed, I think, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I seen that.
He got nieces and nephews. So wow, a big wow.
Yeah, he. This is what I'm saying, guys. Y'all, this is what puts our pieces together on who really was a corporate the church that's coming up all of a sudden and things like that. So this is kind of, he wanted to clear the air. That's why I said Kenneth Greer clearing the air about Naziyah Harris. He definitely came on here and deflected. I want you guys to know that the evangelist is definitely the one that was inflicting essay on Vari and Naziyah. I do want to say that allegedly, but for Naziyah for sure. I also found out that he is the one who touched Naziyah by being in the church, that the pastor did talk to Annette about not pressing charges against the evangelist, just so you guys know.
Wow.
So what else do you know about the other Kenneth? They said, can you tell us a little more? Like, so when you met him, y'all met, where did y'all meet at? What, like, how did it go?
We met at the Church's Chicken on Grand River and Dre Road. Was close now. That's where we met at. It was raining that day. I had caught the bus. Then we went back to his mother's house. Then from there we started talking and getting to know each other, you know. Then one day I want to go to my mother's house. He was like, no, you ain't going nowhere. So I just walked out, went on my mother's house anyway. He come over there, knocked all the food on the ground. And she cooked a nice, you know how mothers do back in the day. Sunday dinner, fried chicken and so forth. He knocked all that on the ground. My dad's about to shoot him. Like, yeah, go to my house and disrespect my family.
So how long did you stay with the violence? Like, he seems pretty floored. Like, did he have episodes and stuff like that, like split personalities? We want to know who the evangelist Kenneth was, because I seen, we didn't get to talk about it to my people.
He got personalities. I think he had Sagittarius.
Mm-hmm. So it's like you seen split personalities.
Yeah.
And when did it start getting violent? Like, you know what I'm saying, as far as physical? What?
Every day.
Over your mother every day?
Yes. For 3 years. One day I got tired of it, so I just left. I ain't tell where I was going or nothing. I just left.
So was you scared of him because the weight he had on you? He had a bigger advantage on you for sure. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, he came to clear his name and stuff like that. Do you have any kind of disability, Darnell? Any kind of, and it's okay. Hell, I got mental issues.
No.
Okay. So he said he doesn't have any mental issues. And the way I talked to him, he doesn't. Now the other one, the evangelist Kenneth, very much so. It was, the conversations was all over the place. I got to tell you guys. Grisky said when he dated him, he never went to Annette's home with him. So did they ever, if he's been around this family for as long as he has, did he ever bring them to where you guys was?
No.
So no cookouts, no park events, no anything.
He don't like,
never did.
I like doing stuff like that, but he don't. He like staying in the house, and I like doing stuff. I like traveling and so forth. I just came back from Florida a couple weeks ago.
So did y'all ever go to church together?
Nope. He went to his church. I went to mine.
So he's always belonged to the Jehovah Shalom.
Correct.
Did he ever talk about the Jehovah Shalom church with you, about children?
He always talk about kids.
What would he say about the kids?
Was it every time I be like, the Naziyah case? I be like, you heard anything new? He be like, no. He think she's still alive. Well, I said I don't think so. But like I said.
So how did y'all get on the conversation of the Naziyah Harris case?
Because I had saw it on the news. That's how I first found out. That's why I have reached out to him, because I know he be close to the family. I'm not. I know he know more about the family than I do. Because he's always around. Like I say, every time he come up to Michigan from Cincinnati, he over at the net house.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can't afford no hotel or whatever.
And y'all, that's what we said yesterday. Because I said we pointed out. Remember whenever he went to Michigan, he was staying in Michigan for like, a few weeks at a time. So he had to been staying at a net house. But my thing is, seemed like he was at a net house all the time. Why we had to find out about the video for the family to even mention Kenneth?
Okay. He was
Like
staying at a hotel.
no, he every time he come to Michigan, he go over there.
When you come to Michigan, he would go over to Annette's house.
Correct.
Did you ever drop him off there?
One time I did.
Okay. So when you dropped him off, you never went in and said, "Hey," he never introduced you and said, "Hey, this is my boyfriend, Darnell,"
Nah.
or nothing. Because when people introduce, you bring your boyfriend over, he's dropping you off. You want to see where your significant other's going. You know what I'm saying? I know I do. Like, whose house is this?
Off and kept on going. I dropped him off and
So
kept
when
on
he would
going.
talk about children, let's get to that. I want to go back to when he would talk about children. Because he was always a picture man. And it was always of kids, never the adults.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of threw me with him. And I asked him that because that just stood out to me. He was a
Shout out to Tasha for becoming a detective.
picture man.
He tried to my family. I had to stop that. Like, nope, we ain't not taking no pictures of no little kids in my family. Nope. I had to stop.
So he would want to take pictures of children in your family.
Yep.
Did he ever give off?
Then we say the way he was taking pictures of them kids on his profile picture was definitely sus. Why the hell you got so many pictures of kids randomly? They ain't even looking at the screen. And even if they was, them not your fucking kids. What is you taking pictures for, sir?
They said, I know I'm going in the house if I'm dropping my man off of who all lives there. I agree. I'm definitely going to see whose house I'm dropping my man off to. He said, just because he said, don't make that shit factual. I'm going to facts check some shit, okay? So it's kind of hard to believe that one, Darnell, but I that's your story. When you say about the kids, you never you never said anything to him about why do you want to take pictures of kids all the time?
I did. He was like, he kept changing the subject. They're like, whatever. That's between you and God.
What stood out to make you question him about the kids?
Because one day he tried to take a picture of my niece. So, like, why you trying to take a picture of my niece? I think she was 10. He never did give me an answer. I'm like, So I had to tell my sister, watch you.
He had to tell his sister, watch the man that he chose to be with and met on the chat line and met at the Church's Chicken on Joy Road. This is beyond me. These motherfuckers is crazy.
So you told your sister to watch the evangelist Kenneth because it's a whole lot of watching going on. How do you stay with somebody that made you uncomfortable? Because once a man gives me that, he wants to watch my nieces and nephews. He give me that vibe that he's always recording children. That's a red flag. You get what I'm saying, Darnell?
Mm-hmm.
Like, were you afraid to leave him?
I was.
I understand. I've been in a relationship where I was very much so scared to leave, for whatever reason. Yeah, so Darnell said he did have he said he would have to tell his people to watch the kids around them. They said sound like you was cool as long as you had somewhere to stay. So you was scared. He said he was scared to leave SRT. So you lived with Darnell. You lived with the evangelist.
Right. Well, we stayed with he stayed with me. Well, it's in my apartment. I was the one paying all the rent, but he didn't have no income.
So he has no income.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm beginning to believe. Did you ever hear anything you said about the church? Let's get back to that.
Hold up now. We got to stop there. He didn't have no income. Okay. So that further proves our theory last night, too. He was collecting them first, third, and 15th of the month checks. That's why he was on a hunt. He was supposed to keep these niggas around and keep them turning over that check. Now, how the hell he gonna promise room and board if you can't even keep he can't keep a nigga evidently because he beat on him. He liked to take pictures of the girls and children and their families. So he ain't got no income. So his income is collecting everybody else's SSI.
Really quick
And
about the
SSD,
church.
whatever.
And yeah, y'all keep a respectful in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Please keep a
I'm
respect.
talking about Kenneth. I'm talking about evangelist Kenneth.
When he come home from the church and talk about the children, what would be the conversations, and why would all the church conversations be about the children? That didn't never stand out to be weird to you too?
It did.
Because we definitely seen some weird things with the children at this church. What would he say about the children?
Like the outfits was nice and the hair. Or if they had a youth day, he'd be like the youth day was, nice.
Wow. You say he would talk about their hair?
Yeah.
Wow. So did he ever mention Jarvis Butts to you? Like anything about them, like anything about this family, even though you didn't introduce them, he never mentioned Lady, Shannon, Marquita, Annette.
Or
he never
about Lady and he never mentioned Jarvis or none of them.
What would he say about Lady?
And she was a crackhead, and or like, how you gonna tell her business to the? That's between her. I want to know her personal business.
You know, what'd you say, Darnell? I couldn't hear you. You could speak
I said,
up.
whatever she with her money, that's between her and God. Man, she's going through something. Like, it's people do things for a reason.
Yes, the evangelist and this guy speaking, Kenneth Greer, has the same first name. So Kenneth Kenneth Greer is the one speaking. Evangelist supposedly Kenneth Mitchell was the one that did the interview earlier or some days ago on Miss Parker.
To talk about her like that was wrong. You must be cool with the family. We used to talk about her like a dog.
Oh wow! So he used to talk about Lady like a dog. Yeah,
Correct.
he talked about her pretty bad to us too. So I know, and I haven't mentioned Lady to you except right now. And yeah, so I know for a factual, you're not lying about this part for sure. Nothing about inappropriate touching in that house ever.
I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't around.
No, you know how you have a conversation with your boo. You know what I'm saying? Like he talked about Lady to you. We just have a conversation. So
he never mentioned it.
So was he secretive about when he would go to the Harris house? Did he? So you wouldn't know when he was over there.
Correct.
So how would you find it? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kenneth. Go ahead.
And after what y'all told me the other day, I had to hurry up and block him because that's wrong. Like, hey, you got me some stuff that I don't ain't nothing about. You lying to Karen on. I don't
Thank
know
you, Erica.
nothing about the family. You know more about the family than I do. That's wrong.
I believe that. And did he ever? Because he said he was in love with Florentino. So you mean to tell me you didn't know anything about him and Florentino?
Nope.
Because it was said that he was way older than Florentino. He said he met Florentino on the dating app, but it was unbelievable because Florentino at the time would have been underage. I did my research.
Yep.
So he essayed Florentino.
Correct.
Okay, he said correct. Yeah. Okay, we cleared that up. Well, anybody got any questions? Do you mind if anybody comes and asks you any questions, Darnell, or you want to just
sure?
You said okay. Let me drop the link, guys. Hold on.
I think
because I think the people are believing that they believe you guys. Give me a second.
And I think also reaching out too. I think y'all for that.
I mean, everybody has a right to clear up their name when those allegations, even though, like I said, your past is your past. It ain't got nothing. We strictly on the Naziyah Harris case. I'm strictly on.
Well, I feel like his past has everything to do with the connection between him, the Harris family, and Kenneth. The fact that he has a record, and he just said himself that his niece lied on him. So apparently he did some unimaginable things to his niece, and he claiming that his niece lied, which is straight bullshit because you were convicted, sir. So all of y'all was hanging around each other because all of y'all have that same mentality, which is to prey on children. So whether he think if he's slow or not, I don't give a fuck. You don't get a pass. He chose to come up here and so-called clear his name, but it's still not making no sense. He not gonna tell me that he ain't never went in a net house. He ain't never been around Florentino. He ain't never been around Naziyah. That's straight up bullshit. Okay? That's straight up bullshit. And ain't nobody gonna convince me otherwise because he ain't denying it hard enough for me. And if you do deny it, where's the facts? You already said you went over to a net house. He said he drove him over in their house and skirted off. He skirt. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't do that. No, you didn't. Now I can see if he ain't have a record, but Kenneth Mitchell, when I looked him up, he the one ain't got the record. Now that's not to say that he ain't touching children, because clearly his behaviors is suspect. He love to take souvenir photos of children off guard. Him and his pastor, his zaddy pastor. So make it make sense. None of this shit makes sense, but we ain't gonna skip over that shit either. He know exactly who the fuck Naziyah is and them children is. He know what be going on. Ain't nobody hanging around nobody that don't know, because Kevin Mitchell, he talk too much. He can't hold water.
What happened to Naziyah?
And you can't tell me that he ain't tell him his innermost, deepest, darkest thoughts about children.
Based off of what he said, because like I said, I got it right here. And he said he's been around Annette and Florentino. They knew he was a sex offender. Kenneth found out 2 months in the relationship. He said you was always cheating. And he said, yes, look into him. He very much so could have possibly touched Naziyah Harris.
Wow. Nope.
Hold on, guys. I got something in the way of me dropping the link. So if you guys don't mind giving me a second. Let me copy it again.
Hey, y'all just joined in the chat. Hey.
All right. I just dropped the link right there. I dropped the link in the chat for anybody that wants to come up and ask Darnell anything that you guys think I missed. I don't think it was too much to asking, because he had already basically gave me a rundown, and I believed him. We talked about.
Okay, so it says someone said the charges wasn't regarding his niece. Was his essay charge for the niece or someone else? When you go look up his name, it says that he was convicted for touching a minor, a person between the age of 13, less than 16. He just said his niece, so I'm assuming that she was about 13 to 15. That's what it says. Ain't nobody making nothing up about this slow motherfucker. Ain't nobody making nothing up about him. Shit. And then he said Naziyah was 13. Then he said however old she was. You know exactly how old she was. Because your niece probably was the same old age too. The hell? That's why I got his name up there. Go look it up. Because we don't want to guess. We don't want to speculate. We speculate a little bit, but we need a whole lot of facts. That's why we listen to this stuff, so we can get it out the horse's mouth, go back, do our research, check it out, see what's going on. That's why I walked y'all down Kenneth page yesterday, so we can go through all of them photos, see what's really going on Facebook. That's why we do it. I showed y'all his record already. And he did say it was his niece. He gave us that answer. I was wondering who it was. He just flat out said it. So he know what's going on. He know what he did. And then he's turned around and say his niece lied. But you got convicted. That means there was evidence, concrete evidence at that. Who the fuck these predators think they be talking to and dealing with? Like, ain't nobody delusional but y'all with your slow ass. Let me hear play
about his charges and stuff, and he confided in me enough to tell me and be honest about that. So, I told him, what he did before Naziyah Harris, has nothing to do with me. That's on him and stuff like that, him and God. So that's not what my show's about. So, other than that, I think he asked about the welcome to Cold Peace. Hey, Cold Peace, how are you?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, y'all, I'm back. Got the children doing their thing in the background. Let's go.
Ma'am.
So I had a question.
Welcome.
Because can you hear me still? Oh, never mind. But I had a question. Because evangelist came on. When he came on, he said that your grandma was giving you to your uncle. Is that true?
That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie?
Correct.
Was anything with him happening with his family that you know of when he was younger?
Yep.
See, that's what I'm saying. I believe everything he was saying on the panel, he's saying that everything that happened to him, I feel like he's putting on you.
Correct.
But I just wanted to ask that, Ms. Parker, because I know that was one of the big questions or whatever. Thank you for letting me come on.
Of course, Copies. And let me ask you, with Copies being up here, do you have an adopted grandmother?
No.
So what she's saying is, he said you confided in him and told him you had an adopted grandmother that would sell you to your uncle for money.
That's a lie.
Ooh, child, it's getting juicy.
You know what, Copies? After talk.
I'm gonna go back just a little bit, y'all. Let's go back a minute or so.
Shows about. So other than that, I think he asked about the welcome to Copies. Hey, Copies, how are you?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So I had a question.
Welcome.
Because can you hear me still? Oh, never mind. But I had a question. Because evangelist came on. When he came on, he said that your grandma was giving you to your uncle. Is that true?
That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie?
Correct.
Was anything with him happening with his family that you know of when he was younger?
Yep.
See, that's what I'm saying. I believe everything he was saying on the panel, he's saying that everything that happened to him, I feel like he's putting on you.
Correct.
But I just wanted to ask that, Ms. Parker, because I know that was one of the big questions or whatever. Thank you for letting me come on.
Of course, Copies. And let me ask you, with Copies being up here, do you have an adopted grandmother?
No.
So what she's saying is, he said you confided in him and told him you had an adopted grandmother that would sell you to your uncle for money.
That's a lie.
Ooh, child, it's getting juicy.
You know what, Copies? After talking to Darnell, you know when somebody puts their life on someone else?
Yeah.
This is very much so what it was.
This is what it is. Now I will say, because I'm just being honest. I cut to the chase. I believe Darnell isn't being 100% truthful about a lot of things, but I can see a lot of things that he's saying is true as well. Because evangelist came up here and I think he's working for the Harris family. Let me just say that.
Neither one of them is telling the truth. Both Kenneths is lying. One could be talking about the other, just like she said, Kenneth put everything off on other Kenneth. They could be. How do we really know? We really got to try to piece this thing together for real. We don't really know. And it is confusing. Say, do anybody else cringe every time they call him evangelist? That's why every time I say evangelist, I got to say so-called want to be something, because it don't feel right at all. But, this ain't about it being juicy. This is not about it being, oh, this tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to get down to the nitty gritty, trying to get down to, what really happened to these children. Like, this is...
Because like Darnell said, he's still in contact with them all the time. So it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that he's talking to them behind the scenes and coming up here trying to switch the narrative. Yeah. But all right, guys, I'm out.
Thank you, Copies, so much. It's a blessing having you on the panel.
Thank you. I left you a super chat too.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. And for whoever donated to the channel and sent the super sticker, super chat, let me get God's favor up here. Hey, God's favor, take your mic off mute, sister. Let me see if I can unmute your mic. You're mute, sister.
If I could turn back
Yeah, I agree. Hey, everybody else just joining the chat. I might have missed you, but hey.
You hit the link and come back if you need to. This has been a lot. Darnell, thank you so much for coming and wanting to clear the air. Regardless of your past transgressions, like I said, you was honest with me about that. With me and Talk with Prince, we talked about it, and I told you that's not why we're here. So your past is your past and things like that. But we got to the Naziyah Harris. That's what I wanted to clear up because I'm here for her and things like that. So I do want to ask you one more time. So when you called in about Naziyah Harris, again, what was the conversation?
Can you hear me? Always about he used to make all kinds of lies about she not dead. He believes she's still alive. He always talked to at the internet and the rest of the family.
Come back in, Darnell. You cut out when you said he always thought the internet and him. What happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
He used to make up. He used to be like, "How can you hear anything else about the Naziyah?" You're like, "Nope." She believes she's still alive and so forth.
And what about Annette and them? Did he say? Oh.
Hello?
Yeah. He said what you were saying something that he said something about Annette.
Yeah, like they believe she's still alive and like I guess.
Yeah. Hey, God's favor, what's going on, sister?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. You have some questions?
Yes, just one. First off, I want to start off by saying hello, good morning to everyone, and especially to you, Darnell. Thank you so much for just really, coming on here and being brave enough to speak. Yes, I do. I was wondering. If you think that evangelist is the type of person that will hide Naziyah out.
Repeat the question again.
She said, "Do you think the evangelist would hide Naziyah out?" Or that's a question for me too.
I believe so.
And he said he believes so, sis.
Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you about this. He said that he stated that a drug dealer, which is funny,
person that will hide Naziyah out.
Repeat the question again.
She said, "Do you think the evangelist would hide Naziyah out?" Or that's a question for me too.
I believe so.
And he said he believes so.
Now, some of my subbies was saying that y'all thought that if Naziyah was alive, then she would be in another state. Is anybody in the chat entertaining the thought of Kenneth hiding Naziyah and why he seemed to be so adamant that Naziyah is indeed alive? Y'all think this schizo motherfucker got Naziyah here somewhere? This shit is crazy and insane. This is crazy. Let me know in the chat, y'all. We got Miss Shaditra Speaks in the chat. Hey, Shanitra. I think I'm saying that right. Forgive me if I'm not. But she said he was repeating a lot of what he heard because he did say he didn't know too much about the Harris household. I think this is the primary cause or concern was clearing his name. Right. And he did say he watched Kenneth's Mitchell's interview as well. So he had a lot to go back off of, and he did have some things that he could repeat back and put it back on Kenneth, the other Kenneth, So we really got a haystack of lies to get to that needle with truth. You know what I'm saying? Because far as I'm concerned, they one and the same. They just telling on what each other did together. I ain't even separating the two. They both did it. Like the one speaking, he got a whole record messing with his own niece. I don't put nothing past a motherfucker that messes with children. Neither one. Okay.
Sis.
Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you about this. He said that he stated that a drug dealer, which is funny to me, but I put the story together very well. But I just want to kind of see if you can elaborate. He said he met a drug dealer in Ohio, and out of nowhere, this drug dealer gives him $7,000 because he was back on rent. But it's funny to me that these same drug dealers from Ohio knew where Annette lived in Detroit. Did you ever hear anything about these drug dealers?
No, I ain't know nothing about it.
Okay. And what kind of atmosphere was he living in when he was in Ohio? Do you know?
Raggedy, raggedy apartment. I'm just gonna be real.
And so he never lived in anything that looked like it'll cost $1,000 in rent.
Correct.
Okay.
If it probably $200, if that.
Because I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I'm gonna break it down with my chat in just a second. It gives off to me he was a setup. He was a setup guy. He was a setup for the church, taking pictures of the children for one. And you, Corey D, you're good. I see you. Okay, don't touch Corey D. You're good, Corey D. I see you. I got you. You said he was always taking pictures of the children. He came home talking about the kids' hair from the church, which I'll talk about that later. Because that's funny to me that you said that. But anything of setup, like he would set you up for money, because he looked like he lived a pretty raggedy lifestyle. So do you get that? He did. Do you get that feeling that he was against that family for any reason, to set even Naziyah up to be kidnapped or taken or to play a part with somebody along with that family to cause her harm?
Yes.
It just seemed like he's saying yes to everything that can potentially make Kenneth Mitchell look really bad, like way worse than him. Like, yeah, do you think he hiding out in the side? Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course he would do that. You know what I'm saying? They just need to go check everybody fucking house. Okay? Everybody house need to get checked. Annette house need to get checked. Well, Marquita and then was that with that boyfriend doing and screwing both them twins need to get checked. Ohio need to get checked. Eric Gamble house need to get checked because clearly Lady was staying with Eric when she went to Ohio. So we need to check that spot out too. We need to check these. Just check shit.
Okay. Did he ever talk about harming children?
Yes, he did.
What would he say, Darnell? Like some of the things he would say.
He was like one day he was talking about try to kidnap my niece. So like I had to tell my family like nope. I had to start to that real fast. He was trying to set up my niece up. So like nope. And my nephew.
And your nephews as well. Wow.
So let's go back a little bit because I want to make sure I caught that correctly. Shout out to my mods. All right, y'all definitely post the comments. and get these likes up, please. Let's remind the people in the chat to like. Thank you very much.
You you said he was always taking pictures of the children. He came home talking about the kids heard from the church, which I'll talk about that later. Because that's funny to me that you said that. But anything of setup, like he would set you up for money, you know, because he looked like he lived a pretty raggedy lifestyle. So do you get that? He did. Do you get that feeling that he would he was against that family for any reason to set even Naziyah up to be kidnapped or taken or to play a part with somebody along with that family to cause her harm?
Yes.
Okay. Did he ever talk about harming children?
Yes, he did.
What would he say, Darnell? Like some of the things he would say.
He was like one day he was talking about try to kidnap my niece. So like I had to tell my family like nope. I had to start to that real fast. He was trying to set up my niece up. So like nope. And my nephew.
And your nephews as well. Wow. Set up like how, Darnell?
Like take them somewhere and do sexual stuff.
Oh, and do sexual stuff. Okay. I believe that. I believe that because he just stated, you guys, for those that didn't hear, he said Darnell, he said that evangelist Kenneth would want to take his nieces and nephews and do sexual things. And he told his family to watch. Did anybody ever report him for these kind of acts?
My mama did.
Now remember, I told y'all every pedo ain't got a record. I'm telling y'all, I didn't see Kenneth Mitchell have a record. I looked him up. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna try to get to the comments too. I'm reading them, but I'm getting to them. I'm a little slow. I'm behind. Okay, not they kind of slow. I'm just a little slow getting to it because I'm trying to listen and read the comments. So yes, let's keep that in mind. Okay. Every pedo ain't got no record. Some of them be real slick, and some people have been made comfortable doing the shit that they do. Okay, like they got a nets around them that allow them to feel comfortable to do they pedo thing. Okay, but he's basically saying that he still kept this pedo around his nieces and nephews to basically auction them off to Kenneth. That's what I'm hearing when I'm hearing between the lines. I'm reading between the lines. Okay. No, don't trust them. What Kaya say? Don't trust them. Don't trust no nigga. Don't trust none of them. Okay, ladies. At this point, I ain't saying women ain't pedos because they is too. Okay, they definitely is too. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Let's go.
Okay, good.
So she just said, who did anybody report it? And he said his mama did. Okay, well, why he don't have a record? Where is this? We need the paper trail. You know?
When did you notice his sexual fetish with children?
2008.
2008. What, like, can you elaborate on what happened? Like, just a little bit, if you can remember. I know it's a long time ago, so it's kind of hard to, digest 2008 into now. But what would he say that jeez.
Now remember, Kenneth Mitchell said he didn't know anything about Darnell Greer's SO or essay that he did to his niece until after they stopped dating. Which we know they ain't really stopped dating for real, according to the Facebook pictures. Okay, because just what was it, 2024? Darnell Greer picked Kevin Mitchell up from the Greyhound station when he was going to the Greyhound station with his other boy toy. Remember, we seen the pictures. Okay, this is a cult they got going on. This is a ring they got going on. This is they all dating and screwing each other. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, but remember, he was putting it off on him. Now he putting it back on him.
or some of the things that he did. I'm gonna put you on mute, sis. I think you're good. Go ahead, Darnell.
He be at the we be at the mall somewhere. He be like, "Oh, look at the." He be like, "That boy, you look cute." I'm like, why you talking about kids like that?
He was talking about kids like that, nigga, because he know that you like kids too. That's why. This was a norm for them. They were scouting. They were they would, you know what I'm saying? They were looking for children together. That's why they had Naziyah and baby Vari over there spending the weekends out there with Florentino. They all know each other. They can't nobody tell me that he ain't know Florentino and all of them together. You can't tell me that they didn't know. He had Naziyah and Vari at his house, and we had the pictures on his Facebook to prove it, because his ass liked to keep souvenirs of his victims on his page. Darnell Greer knew exactly what the fuck was going on. This some sick shit. They went out shopping for children. They went out looking for children where children go, at the McDonald's, that red and the yellow shit that got going on. This is pissing me off.
You know, you can go to jail or get hurt for people, kids. My family crazy, so yeah.
His family ain't that damn crazy. He was able to get away with touching his niece. They ain't that crazy. Sound like his family with the shit that Shannon and them on to me. These type of families link up with each other. That's why Jarvis came in feeling comfortable. Oh, he kicked his feet up round that motherfucker. He was all up and through in that house. That was his stomping grounds. People like them go places where they are enabled and feel comfortable there. If anybody held them accountable for what the fuck they was doing, they wouldn't have been doing it. Fuck you mean?
Yeah, one time it would have been over.
When your mother reported him, what made her report him? Like, what did she see? She had to see something to say, I'm reporting him.
So this what child trafficking look like when they go out shopping for them, like you would like you would window shop at a clothing store. This how it look. So now we got a new idea of what child trafficking could look at, because I know we might have our own, theories of what that may look like. They prey on them. They sit back, they watch, they see who ain't really being cared for correctly, who ain't really paying attention to their children, who got a need, who needs some money, Annette. That's how they scout for their victims. They become friends with the family. They act like they helping the family. They want to take you to church. Let's go to church. Let's go to church. Yeah, the fuck right. I stopped going to church long ago because they got me all the way fucked up. These churches is sick.
I don't know what she saw because I was working at the time. Because he used to come over and, cut the grass for her the days I had to work that long shifts. So I don't know. I can ask my cousin where I talked to her. My cousin don't work.
So when he wanted to do sexual things with your niece and nephews, where would that be at?
My mama's house. I think one day she called him.
And just being honest, Darnell, why not leave then?
I was scared.
I know.
So every time she asked him why he didn't stop it, why he didn't leave, his answer is, I was scared. I was scared. That's it.
this is why I do these lives, Darnell. You know, red flags, and we can love somebody, but you know, we gotta love our children, whether it's our nieces or nephews first. Their safety means more than anything than getting a quick piece of, you know what I'm saying, D or some quick P, anything. You know what I'm saying? The safety of our children is first and foremost. And you know, when they be touched, we have to take accountability too. When we allow it and we see red flags, whether we were scared at some point or not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do you take accountability for turning a blind eye to behaviors that he inflicted?
Plus, I was younger too then, so you know, you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, you do. Did you ever spend time at the traveling inn? Did you ever notice? Did he ever mention anything about the traveling inn over there by Jarvis's shop?
Nope.
Did he ever mention anything about Jarvis? Because he said he
No.
would be his driver.
No.
Yeah, you do. Did you ever spend time at the traveling inn? Did you ever notice? Did he ever mention anything about the traveling inn over there by Jarvis's shop?
Nope.
Did he ever mention anything about Jarvis? Because he said he would be his driver.
No.
So Kenneth Mitchell admitted to being Jarvis's driver, or is that something that we're assuming? Did I miss that? Y'all let me know in the chat if Kenneth Mitchell said or admitted that he was Jarvis's driver 20 years ago when he was trying to traffic that young lady that was on To the Uncensored YouTube, telling her story about her encounter with Jarvis.
Yeah, he said he was his driver for a while.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It probably was after we broke it.
Yeah, I think y'all was broke up. I think he, you know, I don't want to put that on you because, you know, the timing of everything. Did you ever know a man named Frank? Him to ever mention a man named Frank?
Yeah, Frank used to work on his cars.
Oh.
You said,
Oh, whoa. Whoa. He said Frank used to work on his cars. Let me let this keep playing.
what?
Frank used to work on his cars.
Mm-mm.
So he's been affiliated to Frank for quite some time, huh?
Correct.
Did you ever notice any children? Did you ever go to the shops at Frank's shops or anything?
Nah.
Wow. Did he have a relationship with Frank? Do you know? You know, with Frank working on his cars and stuff.
Oh, probably so.
What'd you say?
Probably so.
Oh, okay, he did have a relationship with Frank. Did he ever talk about Frank with you or anything?
Nah.
Okay. I thank you for clearing that up.
Oh my goodness.
So he never mentioned Jarvis Butts to you at all.
Correct.
Okay. This lady and Frank and him and Frank had a connection. Okay, thank you for clearing that.
Woo, child. I think Kenneth Mitchell got an attitude because y'all hear how he got such a disdain for Lady. Something happened with Frank, Jarvis, Lady, and Kenneth is what I'm feeling like. He can't stand Lady. Something going on with that too.
That up. Darnell, yeah, he said he would drive Jarvis around. Do you know Frank's nationality?
No, because I never saw Frank.
Oh, but you just knew that Frank, just for what he said.
Yeah.
How long was Frank around? Do you remember?
Well, for years.
Oh, some years. Okay.
Well, he can't describe Frank. Okay, so that I don't know if we should run with this just yet, but it's on the record. It's on the record. It'd have been nice if he said he looked like an Arab or something. Give us a little. Describe him a little bit. Goddamn. So we could be like, okay, he did. We own to something, but I'm gonna archive that. Me personally, I'm gonna archive that.
Thank you so much, Darnell. I think I got everything I needed from there. Guys, no, he doesn't know Jarvis, so I don't want to. He said he never talked about Jarvis. Okay, so please, on with that one.
Hey,
So did you ever live?
one more question.
Go ahead, God's faith.
I'm sorry.
Talk
well,
up,
two
God's
questions.
faith.
Okay, two questions. Darnell, one, are you bigger or smaller than Florentino?
Small. I'm small.
Okay, because he said that he wouldn't want to hit Florentino because of his size, but you stated that he was physically abusive to you, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that was a lie he told. And another thing, how old was your niece and nephew when he would make the statements about wanting to kidnap them and do harm?
8, 5.
Okay, and so how old was they when your mom reported that she felt like something was off with him doing, things inappropriate?
9.
Okay.
What color van? They want to know what color is your van, or what color van did the evangelist drive?
10.
A tan van.
Yeah.
Do you drive a van, Darnell?
No. I got a truck.
Okay.
Did his van have curtains?
Yeah.
Okay. His vans did have curtains. Okay.
The van had curtains. Okay.
I'm going to drop the link one more time, guys. This is y'all chance for y'all questions. If you pull up, you do. If you don't, I'm not asking. I'm letting y'all know now. For the ones that don't want to pull up with their questions, I'm not asking. I'm dropping the link for y'all. I've done my homework. I do enough. And, I explained that to you guys.
He just said the van have curtains. Now, mind y'all, the victim of 20 years ago said the van had curtains. I ain't saying he had that van for 20 years, but it's just like what for us that know, it's like you hear curtains and you hear van. It's like, oh my God.
Prior to that, I'm not doing any more than what, I'm saying, I've done up here. I give y'all a fair chance to come and ask y'all questions, and it's more work on me than I have to. I already got enough going on. So hold on, let me drop the link. Give me a second, guys. This thing keeps popping up. I can't even drop the link. Let me see. Hold on, guys. All right, I dropped the link. So there you go. Anybody else got questions? Feel free to come up and ask them. All right, Royal, I dropped the link right there in the chat for you. So feel free to hit it, and you can come up and ask your questions. So he said Kenneth's van did have, the evangelist Kenneth's van did have curtains in it. He cleared that up for the ones that was asking about the van and stuff like that. He said that okay, Maisha.
Hi, is everybody doing today?
Hello, welcome, Maisha.
Listen, Miss Parker, I know that your community deep dived the 40 years CPS by Mark D the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in that podcast, because my community deep dived it as well, Mark D spoke about Darnell Greer. So that wasn't my first time hearing it with evangelists. Remember, on that podcast, Mark D said that Annette was running around telling everybody that Naziyah had the relationship with this man already. So I'm
did Did he give Darnell's name though in the
He
40
didn't.
years?
He didn't. He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't. But Darnell, my question to you is, when that came out and y'all have been talking about it together, did he never mention you as the autistic man that they were talking about?
Nope.
No. Did
That nope sound like a lie. Nope. A little too quick. A little too quick for me. Nope. Say they saying that Evil Ninja has upwards to 30 kids.
did you ever ask who's the autistic man that they were talking about?
No.
My last question, and I'm gonna let everybody else go because I can go for hours. Ms. Parker already know. My last question I have for you is, do you know if the Harris family and evangelist Kenneth all go to the same church?
They do.
All of them, everybody.
Yes.
And why was it that you decided not to go?
Because I know how messy, somebody else told me. I think one of my pastors told me how messy that church is. I want no person in that church.
What made it messy?
The people, the pastor, what's going on it's a lot.
I'm going to get down, Miss Parker. See if you can get some elaboration with it.
Was after they had a crush on the pastor at one point in time.
Who had a crush on the pastor?
She did.
Antoinette.
So
the pastor with the ponytail, right?
I don't know. I never saw him, so I don't know.
Was it the pastor at the Jehovah Shalom Church?
Correct.
Okay. So you and Kenneth you and the evangelist did have conversation, correct?
I never saw the pastor or nothing, but I know that church is messy.
Oh, the church is messy.
Yeah, that's why I never went over there or nothing.
China, no, y'all can control like the cussing and anything else. You know what I'm saying? I got other things, but China, y'all handle your business. I'm not meaning like that. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody rock, but if it gets like too disrespectful, China, you know what to do. You and Top Light them, a manager Maj, I know what to do. Okay, so when you say the church was messy, what do you mean? And let's get down to business, Darnell. Tell us.
Like, it was a lot.
Like as far as kids and stuff, like demonic stuff, kids being,
all
touched.
of it.
All of it. So the kids was being touched and stuff in that church. Darnell?
Yes.
Okay. So he said the kids was being touched at the Jehovah Shalom Church. What else turned you away from that church?
A lot of gossip. Like if people think they better than somebody, they ain't better. We all somebody.
Yeah. Let me get to Royal.
I think I wish she would have sat on them questions at that church just a little bit longer. Hopefully it come out more about the church in particular, because I really want to know more about this pastor that he claimed he don't know much about. I know he know a lot more than what he's coming off as.
Beloved was next. Beloved, go ahead, love.
I just want to say thank you for having me. I'm gonna jump in, Miss Parker.
All right, Maisha.
Thank
y'all
you.
Make sure y'all go follow my girl Maisha. She covers everything about what I talk about on TikTok. Beloved, you can come off mute, love.
Hey, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we
Oh, hi, Darnell. I just have a couple of questions. So you said you met Kenneth, evangelist Kenneth, in 2003. Did he own that van in 2003?
Correct.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear your answer.
He said yes.
He said correct.
Oh.
All right. So if Kenneth Mitchell, the so-called evangelist, owned that truck in 2003, it's a strong possibility that he was the driver in the case where the when the victim came and spoke out her experience with Jarvis 20 years ago, because she said it happened in 2005. So that would have been a two-year window that he could probably still have had that van. Now, what we need to know is we need that victim to describe the color of that van and give us more details on what that multicolored Bayang man wearing wig he had on. We need more details about the person that was driving. That's what we need.
Do you remember if he wore wigs or what color his hair was back then?
He used to wear wigs. He used to
Any
wear
particular color?
red, burgundy. He used to have his weave in there too. He was getting his hair
Oh, he just said red,
braided
y'all.
with weave.
Oh, okay.
Ooh-wee.
And did he transport people or anything back then? Do you remember what his occupation was?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all the questions I had. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you, beloved. Royal Queen, come through, my sister. Royal Queen, you're on mute. Alicia, till Royal Queen figures it out, you want to come in, sister?
Oh, hey, Miss Parker. Hey, Darnell. No, they answered my question. I was just gonna say I was going through his page and I noticed like he changed his hairstyle a lot, and I just wanted to know, did he dress up, put on wigs or anything like that? Because I just know he had braids sometimes, and then
Right.
he would perm his hair, things like that. Did you see anything that was odd with that?
He used to do that all the time.
It's like he wanted to change his appearance, or he didn't,
He didn't know what he wanted to do.
Okay.
Guess he was confused.
Did he ever try to like have that translate over to you? Like changing your appearance?
He tried, but it didn't work.
Okay.
I like nice stuff. I ain't cheap.
Okay.
Boy, we see them pants, child.
So he was cheap.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all.
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Alicia. Appreciate you so much. So when Darnell, real quick about the church. I do want to go back to the church for just a second. So did you ever go to this church to know these type of things was happening? Or did y'all pillow talk?
Pillow talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's a talker. I'm gonna admit to you. I know, like I said, some things I know to be factual because he's a talker. What's going on, beloved? You're back.
Yeah, I just had one more question about Frank. He said that Frank worked on his car, so Frank worked inside the body shop. Did you ever get to meet him?
No.
You never even saw him?
Correct.
Okay. Do you know any chance how long they were hanging out or friends, or how long he had been working on his car?
Been friends before I got to kind of start coming around.
And he said he started coming around in 2003. He explained that. You must have missed it, beloved, jumping
Yeah,
in.
I did, because I have to mute you to jump in and out. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem.
For those that just coming in, you got to go catch the replay about a lot, because some of y'all questions he's already stated and stuff like that. So back to the pastor and stuff. You were saying that Annette was crushing on the pastor. How did that conversation come about?
One day, he took her to the grocery store. I think Sam's Club or whatever. And he used to talk about, oh, I like his hair and I want to marry him and so forth. Because he had on that day when this conversation was going on about. Because I never went to Sam's Club with them.
So he's saying he was on the phone with Kenneth Mitchell, the so-called evangelist, while he was taking Annette Harris to Sam's Club, and he overheard Annette saying that she likes the pastor's hair, basically saying that she want to get with him and she want to see what that's hitting on.
So you're saying that so you said that that's the StreamYard link, because I'm not going to be here too long, guys. So if you got questions, Royal Queen, you could try to hit it one more time or whatever. If you got questions, come up. Mocha, if you got a question, you can come up if you like, because I'm having a problem kind of posting. You know what I'm saying? She said, did he ever mention what type of mother Annette was?
No.
And when y'all talked about the pastor, what else did he say about the pastor?
He's nice looking and so forth.
Is this that van, that tan van? You said he owned a tan van, and this is a picture. You see it on the screen?
Let me see. Yep.
Oh, that's the van.
Y'all hold on, because I'm about to try to show this van, because it's a small corner. They got it in a corner on her chat. So hold on. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Van.
If not, I'm gonna look it up on for y'all. That's what we gonna do. I'm gonna look it up for y'all. We gonna see a bigger picture of it. It's like a yellow and brown with a brown strip on the side of it. Look like a Scooby-Doo van. It looked just like a Scooby-Doo van. That old school van with the curtains.
And okay, thank you for so Top Flight. There you go. There y'all go. Right there. He said that's the van that SRT posted. That is the van. But Royal Queen.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey sister, what's going on?
Hi. I just have like 3 questions for Darnell. The first question that I have is, Darnell, do you stay anywhere near Annette
No.
in the family?
No.
Do you live in the same state as them?
I do, but I'll stay on the same side. I stay in Bradford. They stay in, I don't know where they stay.
Okay, that was my first question. My second question is, okay, after when you and the evangelist was in a relationship, had you already had charges that's on your behalf? Is Darnell, do you stay anywhere near Annette
No.
in the family?
No.
Do you live in the same state as them?
I do, but I'll stay on the same side. I stay in Bradford. They stay in, I don't know where they stay.
Okay, that was my first question. My second question is, okay, after when you and the evangelist was in a relationship, had you already had charges that's on your record, or
Yeah.
was that during that time?
I already had charges.
Okay, and my third question was, how many, like, after you and the evangelist relationship was over with, you and him kept communication. Was that like just randomly, or did y'all talk all the time, or
It went like that.
so you never been around Annette's family at all?
Nope.
And have you ever met Naziyah Harris?
Nope.
Every time he say nope, that's a lie. He has. Okay? For the record.
So everything that you know about the Harris family, you have heard through Kenneth,
Correct.
the evangelist, right?
Correct.
So he would just talk to you about them randomly, or
Pedal talk.
okay. So, and my last question was, you stated that you never went to his church at all before, but he did talk about things that was going on at church
Correct.
and talk about the children.
Correct.
Okay. Now, have you ever known him outside of your niece and nephew? Have you ever heard of him maybe touching or harming a child?
He used to talk about it.
He used to have conversations with you about
Yes.
wanting to do stuff to children.
Yes.
Do you think maybe he was trying to entice you to want to do that type of thing with him?
Nope. Maybe he was trying to, but it wasn't gonna work.
Okay, so
Lie again. And I just stopped it at 111. Y'all see that timestamp? He lying. This was an affair for them. I feel like I could see them all doing things to children. Okay, all at the same time with multiple children. Get the lies. You know, there's some sick shit, y'all.
so maybe he knew your background, and maybe he was trying to invite you and him to maybe do this together.
Nope. Not me.
Okay.
Do you get what she's saying though? Like him knowing that you had that essay on your background, and you know he just felt comfortable. Like maybe we could touch kids together. That's what she's saying.
Because why else would Kenneth be scouting men out on this BGC website at the time? I'm sure he didn't upgrade it to a different platform today, as of today. But why else would he be looking for a certain type of person with a certain type of background, even though he don't got one, but they got one, and they have something in common that they both like because they had this nasty, sick fetish to do children. That's the thing. If I can find somebody that like what I like, you got a record doing the things that I like, then it's all cool and smooth. You can do it over here, and it will be no problem. Why? Because he like to do it too. The pastor like to do it too. You think he ordained him to because he really of God? It wasn't about God. No, he ordained him because he know how to scout them out. He know how to recruit the men that's gonna get to these children. That pastor know exactly what the fuck he was doing, or whatever the fuck he called himself. Bishop, archbishop, literally arch. He got. Let me stop. There's some sick shit.
So have he ever asked you, have you ever touched a child or any of that stuff once he found out about your background?
Nope.
So he never questioned you about your background at all?
No.
Oh, wow.
The pastor name is Herman Stacy. Herman Stacy. His church name is Jehovah Shalom. Jehovah Shalom. Church of God in Christ, I believe.
Wow, that says a lot. So he never one time came to you and said, look, this is on your record. So, okay, did you ever tell him about your background?
I did.
You did tell him willingly?
Yes.
He said he did. He said that on his interview. He definitely said.
Okay. I'm just asking again, just in case I missed, because I think I missed like the first maybe 15 minutes of it because I was watching Brittany Ann's last video. So so I missed the first couple of minutes of the interview. So I did. So I just wanted to ask him those questions because I just wanted to get some clarity on if he ever, said if the evangelist ever said anything to him about, his charges or anything like that. And he said no. Okay, those were my questions.
Shout out to everybody that just joined the chat, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, please. Help me reach my live goal as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, love. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Bella, come through.
Hi. I had a question about the children. You said that he told you that he did mess around with children. When he said that he was messing around with the kids, did he describe those as relationships, like boyfriend and girlfriend type of thing?
What you mean?
Like, okay, so like how you were his boyfriend when he were talking about the relations that he was having with the underage children, did he describe it as a boyfriend girlfriend type of thing or boyfriend type of thing?
What, and ask the question again, Bella, so I can ask it. Cause I'm trying to get what you're saying too, love.
Okay, so when he was saying that he was messing with the kids, okay, I'm having relations with them. I'm not sure what I can say on YouTube, but having relations with the children, was he just leaving it at having relations, like intercourse with them, or were he saying that he was in a relationship with those children? Was he describing it as him being in a relationship? Is what I'm trying to say. How was he looking at the situation with the children?
He was just looking at it.
I guess she should have said, or was he having the children call him uncle? Because a lot of children on his page, specifically Vari and Naziyah, he referred to as niece and nephew. And that's probably because he was with Florentino at the time, but he still viewed them as niece and nephew. At least that's what he wanted them to believe. He ain't shit to them. But the point is, maybe she should have asked, what did the children refer to him as? Was it evangelist, uncle, auntie, what? And how did what title, what pet names did he give these children as well? What type of relationship did he have outside of, the obvious, but how did they address each other?
He would just look. He would just look at them. I don't believe he ever told Darnell that he had relations with kids. He said he would tell Darnell that he wanted to have relations with a child, or things like that. He never said that. He never said that he told Darnell he had relations with kids.
Okay, that was just something I wanted to clear up because I know he said that they had talked about it, but he didn't go into detail of like, oh, it was just looking this and that. He didn't say how far he went in the conversation that they had about it. So that was just something I had wanted to clear up. Another question. Oh, I had one more question. So I know you said that he had drove a van. When he was driving that van and you guys were talking around that time, did he ever mention a man named Frank?
Bella, you must be behind. He definitely said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely said that. You must be behind Danny, baby.
Yeah, I didn't hear him say Frank. Okay, well, those are all the questions I had. Thank you so much for letting me come up, Miss Parker. And by the way, I love your channel. And you guys have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, Bella. Yeah. For those listening, who is that talking?
God's faith.
Who? God's faith. Go ahead. I didn't see. I was like, who's talking? I don't see no moving, but go ahead.
I'm sorry. I most definitely don't want to cut you off. I'm so sorry. Just a few questions. Do you know anything about the policies he said that he had for Bari and Naziyah? Did he ever mention to you that he actually was putting some policies in place just in case something happened to him for those two children?
No, I ain't know nothing about that.
Okay. Was Evangelist ever
He probably was lying about that anyway.
venting to you about the concern that he had for Bari and Naziyah in regards to how Annette treated them?
No.
Okay. That was all.
No, you didn't. You got one more question, guys. Right? You asked it in my back chat.
Okay, yeah, I didn't want to do it publicly, so I thought it was a private because I don't want him to get on here and see our plans.
Okay.
But I wanted
I
you
can
to
ask. Okay, I got you. I got
Yeah.
you though. Okay.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah. I got you, sis. I do. Copies, you came back up, sis. What's going on?
Hey, I just had another question. I don't know if y'all asked this or not, but I was wondering, Darnell, were you around during a time when Evangelist got that $7,000
No.
from the dealer?
No.
Just to answer this question really quick on the screen, she said the autistic guy that S.A. Naziyah was said to be the neighbor, correct? That is what is being said. Darnell Greer is claiming that he is not that specific autistic guy.
Did he ever talk to you about that?
No.
Were you ever around when he used to supposedly get Vari and Naziyah? He said they used to come to his house.
No.
None of that?
Nope.
Did you ever meet Naziyah and Vari or
No.
anybody?
No.
Okay, that's all I had.
Thank you, love.
It's like, wait, no, hold on, because it's like you taking yourself out of certain situations that you know people will side eye you about. Like I don't believe that you don't know none of these people, because like Miss Parker and what's her name again up here on the panel that's been doing the interviews with you, Miss Parker.
Talk with Prince.
Yeah, Talk with Prince. The same thing that you guys seen, I seen as well, about him going under the post and doing the emoji, and then next thing you know, he's friends with Florentino. Like how you said with Shannon's name, like anybody just can't go and find them. And we can say their names all day on the platform, but you would never know how to go and find her. So I just feel
he said he went under the evangelist. You must have missed it, sis.
Under the evangelist?
Yep. He said after we talked to him about it and stuff, he went on the evangelist to find these people.
Okay. All right.
Because he wasn't following them. He wasn't following them at first. He wasn't.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I seen that he wasn't following them. It was no communication or nothing with nobody. So yeah, I seen that. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Yeah, he never met Naziyah. I dropped the link several times. Somebody, I got a little problem with dropping the link. I could try to drop it one more time. This is it. If y'all have questions, I hate to inform y'all that I'm not. I've dropped the link several times for people to ask questions. So it ain't gonna be, oh, when Miss Parker get off, I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna ask her. Did he say, no, ma'am? Gotta catch that replay. That's to catch that replay. Some of the questions y'all asking, he has answered for the most part. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but all right. This has been crazy. You've debunked a lot and you said a lot that's it's wild. Let me see if I can try to drop my link again.
And Darnell, I'm gonna say I really do appreciate you for speaking with me and my sister Miss Parker and clearing the air, getting setting some stuff straight. And honestly, and I'll say this publicly, a lot of what you're saying I do believe. I believe wholeheartedly. Okay, I believe it wholeheartedly. a lot of what you're saying. But I
Okay.
do appreciate you for speaking with me and my sister, Miss Parker.
Thank y'all for reaching out. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, I dropped the link again. So I want to get back to this van one more time. So, you know, I showed you that van and stuff like that. And how long had that van been in the picture when you came along?
For 2 years.
Okay.
Y'all, I just said it. 2 years. Thank you, Charlotte's Reb. I just happened to look at the chat screen. He just said Kenneth Mitchell, the evangelist, had that Scooby-Doo van with the curtains for 2 years. Okay. That was in 2003, he claimed. So 2 years forward from that will be 2005, the same year that lady over on Tootie show was damn near about to be abducted and trafficked. She was almost trafficked. And and she said it was a guy driving a van that was gay with a red wig on. He was a lot skinnier back in them years. If y'all go back to the around the first time Kenneth posted to his Facebook, he was a lot skinnier. Over time, he gained weight.
What up, Lizzie?
Hey, good morning, baby. Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay, so if anybody else was talking, go ahead.
Nobody was, no. I was just asking about that van and stuff like that. And he did say for everybody, Frank has been in the picture for a long time, even when the van was in place. If you missed it, that's what he said. Go ahead, Lizzie, with your question.
So my question is, who do he know?
So Darnell, she's saying, who do you know? You hear me, Darnell? Darnell? Darnell, can you hear
you
me?
still there?
He's been having problems with his audio, guys, for a while, so.
He always seem to have problems with that audio every time he get a question to ask that he don't want to answer. Who do you know, Darnell?
Darnell.
What happened?
Nigga, we hear you.
I
We
can
hear
hear
you.
you. He can't hear us.
Oh, he can hear you.
Cut off?
No, you're here. Sister, can you text? Let me tell him he's still here. Let me tell him. Because I could text while I'm on the phone. Hold on. Let me ask him, where's our group? Where's our group? Where's our group?
Somebody go in and come back out.
Okay.
Right. Of course you do.
Let me tell him come back.
Take your time, sir. Take your
Let me
time.
kick him.
We here for it.
Yeah, his comments are very firm, and his comments are very firm. I think he's gave me everything I need. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I dropped the link several of times. The ladies came and asked your questions. So if y'all have questions, you know, you got to check him. You got to find him and ask him. Once I drop my link, I think that is more than enough for me to let you guys come up and ask your questions and stuff like that. I didn't give y'all amount of time to ask or anything. So, you know, I don't know what to tell y'all after today. I know I'm gonna break me some stuff down. He's gonna come back, Lizzie. Give him a second, okay?
Okay, babe.
He said okay. Okay, so he just said okay. This has been a lot. This has been a lot today. Me, the Royal Queen, I gotta be honest. Lizzie. It was a lot of stuff before I ever talked to Darnell that I knew. Here it goes, Lizzie.
But
Hey, Darnell, you can hear me?
I'm all right with heat. I'm up to
Darnell,
like 80.
let me ask you. Can you hear me?
Seemed like Frank was everybody mechanic. And someone said in the chat that the person driving the van was of a different ethnicity. Okay, so I don't know. That's something we really got to try to figure out. Hopefully the truth of that actually comes to surface. But right now, a lot of us is thinking and running with the fact that it could be a strong possibility that it was Kenneth Mitchell.
I'm texting on the back end, guys. Give me a second.
Okay, I hear y'all now.
Okay. She said her question to you was, do you know anybody?
Sorry about that. I
Like,
don't know. What did it go to the my car radio or what? Sorry about that.
can you hear me now?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah, I
Can
hear
you-
y'all now.
Okay. She said, go ahead, Lizzie, with your question before his audio goes out.
Who do you know?
She said, who do you know in the family? Who do you know as far as the
Nobody.
evangelist? Nobody.
Nobody.
Was Frank the evangelist mechanic as well? Did he, was he around the
Yeah.
church? He was?
Yes. Yes.
How do you kind of know that he was around the church and stuff?
Because evangelist told me.
Oh. So you have had conversation with the evangelist? Darnell?
Yep.
So you and the evangelist have communicated?
Yeah, that
Oh yeah, the evangelist. Shit. Go ahead, Darnell. Okay, Darnell. I get what you're saying. It took me off. Yeah, okay. Shit. I'm so behind in these. Look.
You good.
Yeah, okay. You answered so much. You answered so much. Yeah, he said he never met the Hurst family, Lalizi. He did. He said he never met anybody. He only knows about. He said he he only knows that he would gossip. The evangelist would talk about him, and he couldn't understand why he would go around him and talk about him like a dog. He said, especially lady, and stuff like that. He never talked about Annette. He don't know about Vari. He don't know about Naziyah or anything, but he does know about Frank. And he knows that the church was dealing with touching kids and doing inappropriate things. Is there anything else you have for him, Lizzie?
So with him knowing that, did he ever report anything or he just minded his business?
He said his grandmother did. He said his grandmother definitely seen some things that he was trying to do inappropriate with his niece and nephew and reported it.
I'm saying he said he saw some things. Did he ever?
No, he said he didn't. He said he was scared of. He said he was scared of Florentino. He said Florentino was very abusive, and we know that that's a.
When she just said Florentino, I believe she meant Kenneth Mitchell. The real big guy with the red wig. That's what I think she believed. Because Florentino is very small too. Like Darnell Mitchell was claiming he is too, real frail.
He said that the evangelist was abusive, but Kiwana even came in here and said he was abusive to Florentino. He beat him really bad. So that debunked that right there. So I know that to be, you know what I'm saying, and stuff. So honey, I'm getting out of here. I'm sorry. I dropped the link several times for everybody. You know what I'm saying? In this van right here. So did y'all ever drive around in the van and stuff,
Yeah, for a couple of years.
For a couple of years. And do you ever know for the evangelist to be a runner for Frank? You know, with having a friendship with Frank?
Most likely.
Most likely, yeah. I would say most likely too. Wow. This has been a lot. All right, Copies. So, you know, okay, all right, sister. Thank you again for coming through, Darnell. I think and Darnell, if you can remember, if you know anybody, we're not against you on knowing the Harrises. You know, we just want clarity on what happened to Naziyah, who was around the Naziyah and things like that, you know. So that's all. Because, you know, people's just having a hard time. Like, so he didn't know anybody. He never knew anybody. He knows all of this. But I'm telling you guys, for me having conversation with the evangelist, he's a talker. Now, whether you guys believe me or not, he is very much so a gossiper, and he'll talk to you about anything if you let him. And if he did it with me, and he was so loose lip with me and talk with Prince, yeah. And I'm just gonna say that. Now, that's up to Darnell to be transparent with us and say what he thinks, but always royal. But I think yeah. I think for the most part, I think we got a lot of clarity on the van, the color of his hair, so many other things, so many other pieces about the church that has come about. And yeah, Copies. When I say, well, I didn't even get to get everything out with you guys about him. He talked so much. I got to be honest with you guys. He talked a lot to where I couldn't even, that's why I had so many pieces of paper. I couldn't even keep up with the man. I'm telling y'all, all this shit is right here. It's still, I got papers on top of papers. These is notes from the evangelist. These is notes, inside out, notes from the evangelist with another piece down here. So thank you, Darnell, again. I appreciate you so much for coming through. You've been awesome. I appreciate you. And you know, with your past record, you know, I hope you and God can come to find forgiveness. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, that's not what we're here for. We're here about Naziyah. Thank you so much. And I'll keep up with you and stuff like that. If you remember anything, you know me, you are in close communication. You can hit me on the back end and stuff like that. And if you ever remember anything and you want to come back, you're always welcome.
Okay. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. God's fave, you got anything that you want to I'm gonna go and take you down, Kenneth, okay, love? God's fave.
Yes, no, I don't have any more. I private chatted you just some private things.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, for that question.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Got you.
I love you
You
guys.
got my email? You got my
Yes,
email?
I do. Yep.
Okay. Matter of fact, let me go on and hit on the back end, and I'll email me now so I can email you and I'll talk to him really quick.
Okay, yes, because I'm a Buckeye.
Okay.
All right. I don't mind getting on the road, girl. I do it all the time.
Okay. Okay. I get that. That was a good question, though. That was very good.
Okay.
Very good question.
Love
especially after what we just found out. All right. Thank you, sister. Man, oh man. One thing I wanted to talk about the evangelist, but I wanted to get this out of the way first. You can believe or don't believe. That's your opinion. But it's up to you to take your notes and really dig deep into what you heard from him and what you heard today. I was waiting, and I didn't want to give up anything early because I talk to people. And when I talk to people, I listen. And I can tell that when somebody, thank you guys so much. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. Thank you for I see you guys send the super stickers and super chats. Thank you. I will, Copice, yo. One thing about it, I opened my platform for him to debunk. And even if he didn't want to debunk anything, he has a right to come over here where allegations was put on him. I would want you to open your platform for me. You know, if somebody say, hey, Miss Parker touched the kids, can I come over there? Can I talk to you? And that's
Yo, he says so much. It's like I'm trying to catch up with the comments too. Let me just check the comments. I'm sitting back watching this unfold. I like she say, I got my notebooks. I keep my notebook right here next to me so I can always write down exactly what they said and cross-examine this information, because you can't tell me you hanging around people that like to do children, that like to prey on kids, and you ain't involved. Hey, Tay. Hey, Lex. They love or scorn. Not exposing each other's secrets. That's what we hoping they do. Keep talking. Keep talking. Say, let's start calling him by his real name, Evangelist Satan Petal. He evangelist for God. That God he serves is definitely not the God of light. Definitely not. She said, I never heard her say his ethnicity, either just a man with a bang. I never heard her specify it either. That's why I said we need her to either go on back over there and clarify. Okay, I forgot what I was about to say. I was interrupted, but y'all catch my drift, I'm sure. Thank you, Brittany, for the super chat. Thank you. She says helping SD meet her goal. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. Ty Beezy, thank you. She said keep up the good work. Sending love from Cali. Shout out to Cali. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, I get so drained after this, like after hearing all of this stuff. Like I can't be the only one. I literally have to go and recuperate my damn mind and really be in silence, because the information is like overload. It's overload. Oh, I know what I was talking about, the ethnicity of the driver. She did not specify. So hopefully that intricate detail does come out, because I feel like that will bust that part of the case wide open, as far as, who was driving that van, whose van it was. It's as far as what he just said in regards to the van, and him having a van in 03 for a couple years, and up to 05 or even further out. That's a strong allegation, ain't it? That's a coinky dink. And it seemed like it's aligning to me. But we need to know what he looked like. That will place him there 20 years ago. And keep in mind that Kenneth Mitchell is about the same age as Jarvis. They around the same age. She said, yeah, do the pastor got money, property, businesses, investments? The pastor does not have any businesses in his name, but that wife's, her name is Sharon Stacy. The church name is in her name. And there was a picture of Kenneth Greer that I seen where he was indeed at Herman Stacy's church. I was looking for it for y'all. I saved it. I need to check my phone. Well, you're going to have to sit down. Sit down. Tasha say, I must have missed something. She said the Kenneth said he didn't know Jarvis, but stated he was his driver. I didn't hear Kenneth Mitchell say that, I'm gonna have to go back myself. But Miss Parker said that Kenneth Mitchell did say that he drove for Jarvis. Kenneth Greer just said that he knows, what y'all say, Big Perm. He knows that he is connected with Frank. Frank is the shop owner that bought that shop for Jarvis and King and got that yellow and red paint job on his shops, which is also the same red and yellow that's on that house that that gate where Naziyah got off that bus. There's also a white lady that Kenneth Mitchell is seen to be in pictures with all over his page, right? Allegedly, her husband is a judge. When I looked up the numerology to Kathy Tapp's husband, David Tapp, why does his name align with McDonald's abomination? Now, isn't McDonald's the same colors as the shop? Something real deep, dark, and freaky is going on here. It's giving me R. Kelly. It's giving me P. Diddy. It's giving me Hollyweird. It's giving underground stations and child trafficking, recruiting children. Why is Kenneth friends with this white couple? And I'm talking about good friends. Auntie Mo says, does McDonald's have a handicap house? All of this shit is a cover-up. From Hollyweird on to Michigan to Florida to all of this shit is weird as shit. They've been playing in our faces all along, y'all. Coco G says so. Show says, I thought he barely talked to or knew Jarvis. I'm confused. Right. How you know so much about who they know, but you wasn't really in the mix? Make it make sense. That's the part that gets me. You can't tell me that you wasn't involved and witnessed some shit that's freaky and weird. He can't tell me that. But if you want to run that lie, go ahead. I beg to differ. But this is a lot. This is definitely a lot. I will leave a link in case anybody do want to come up and speak and give me your thoughts on this. If not, I know y'all probably be a little shy. Shantastic. Hey, Shantastic. Hey, Bookie. Says wife. That's a cover up for sure. Wife. Are you talking about the wife of... Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. I had to think about what I was saying when you made that comment. Yes, the pastor's wife is the owner of the church. She's on paperwork for the secretary and some other people. The husband's name, which is Herman Stacy, is not attached to that church name. He's trying to make sure he don't have a paper trail. That's what I think he doing. For whatever reason, right? Guilty people do guilty shit. You pastor in a church that's not in your name, just your wife's. That's it. That's how you know them wives be knowing what the fuck they husbands be doing. They be knowing. Oh, you put this in your name. You put this in your name. Oh, okay. Dummy. That's dumb. Say a woman always gonna take the fall. Yeah, a dumb woman. You gotta use your discernment now. Say sick kids house. The Ronald McDonald house. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 p.m. when you post at the Coco G. We're gonna have to look into this thing. Follow the money and follow the colors. Follow the numbers. That's gonna tell us everything we need to know. That's what's been helping me. And that's it, y'all. I'm not going to be on here. If y'all want to go watch the rest of Miss Parker's live, she stayed live, I think, about another hour or so after Darnell left. You want to go look at the rest of that? Shout out to Miss Parker. Okay. Britt says, I know we all had different views on mediums, but Rain of Fire made a video months ago and said, mark my words, towards the middle end of April, so much will be revealed. It's going to blow your mind. I'm already knowing this, but shout out to her. I'm already knowing this. Why? Because we too in on it. You know what I mean? We really diving deep into this thing, and Naziyah, it's her energy. She won't let us rest. Naziyah won't let the real ones who want the real truth and true justice, because justice or no peace. Okay, I knew it was gonna happen myself, because we won't stop. It's inevitable. The only way to really deconstruct these systems of oppression, human trafficking, killing our children, stealing our children, harming our children, is to find out the truth and talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to keep talking about it. We can't be so caught up in the people that want to silence us, because trust me, they done tried to silence me a few times. But I still keep showing up. And that's the same thing that we all got to keep doing. We got to stand for something at this point, or keep falling for the okie doke, because they keep playing in our faces, taking our children. It's not a coincidence. They doing it because nobody's doing shit about it. Nobody's talking about it. Y'all satisfied with convictions. And then it happened again. Then what? And then again. It shouldn't be happening at all. We should be protecting our children. Protect the children or die at this point. If the children got to keep being laid on the lines to die, we got to do something about it. And it angers me, because my love for children and women is out of worldly. I am for the children and my sisters. We must do something about it. I speak up because I got the voice to do it, because I got the will to do it, because I got the passion to do it. And I won't let nobody get me off track. If y'all only knew what I be dealing with in my life, the backlash from even talking about this as long as I've been talking about it. Just saying. We got to do it. We got to stick together. Right, Jennifer? Right, Lex? I see you, love Angel. We got to do it. This ain't about stealing content. Somebody left a comment about stealing content. This ain't about stealing content. This ain't about the money. Good thing we can get a little coin, but it ain't about the money. Because we spend a lot of time. I spend hours upon hours when I'm not on live diving into this shit. That's not getting paid for. I'm not getting paid for that. So we got to stop trying to blame it on things that don't fucking matter. Stop saying that pieces of the case don't matter either. When people want to come up and speak, let their ass come up and speak so we can cross-examine this information. This is a system that's been operating right under our noses for centuries. We need people to speak. This is justice for the children. What's been going on with these operations? How have they been able to take our children right in our faces and we don't see shit? We are the reason that these systems are able to do what they do because we don't stand for shit. Motherfuckers be scared to speak up. People protect the predators and not the children. That's why. You scared to speak up for what? No, we sharing information. This ain't no stealing no content. We sharing information. I don't care who got the information. We gonna listen to it and we're gonna dissect it. We're gonna investigate it, detectives. Because evidently this same detectives that's working on these cases with our children. These are our children. They are not protecting our children the way that they should. Ain't no way in hell. They shouldn't have found Naziyah by now. Ain't no way in hell. We should still have missing children for years and years. And don't nobody know where they at. That's bullshit. So if I gotta get on here every fucking day and do what I do in my real life, show up here every day, every other day upon hours, then that's what I'm gonna do if this is what I can do. But we all gotta play a part. We all gotta come together. We all gotta stick together for who? Our children. They already on the next generation and the generation after that. We gotta catch up. They already preying on our children right now and their children. They've been doing it. It's nothing new. In a house with your so-called family and you not even protected? They auctioning you off to the pastor? Selling you? Offering you up? What type of demonic shit is we dealing with here? This some sinister shit. This is some sinister shit, man. It truly makes me upset. It makes me fiery on the inside. It makes me fiery. But it's time now. It's time. It's time for the divine law, divine justice, divine order. We need peace. We need humanity to do its humanitarian thing. That's what we need. We got to go back to the natural way of life. where respect resides, where we protect each other. We something got to give at this point. Something got to give. This is sickening. She said it's so weird. I swear the whole earth will shake behind her daughter. We got to have that same energy when it comes to other people's children too. We got to tell you speak about it. Tell names. Speak about what happened to you. Speak about what happened to your children. Say them motherfucking pedo names so we know who we dealing with. Don't cover for their ass. It ain't no secret. That's the problem. Too many damn secrets. Speak up. Hey, Chris. That's been a problem in our families. Everybody want to be quiet. They get mad at you when you speak up and tell the truth about what the fuck they really be doing to us as children. They get mad about that. Well, stay mad, because I'm going to keep speaking. I don't care who don't like it. I ain't got nothing to hide. I ain't got to worry about nobody exposing me for no sinister shit when it come to no children. I ain't got to worry about that. But they gonna know about you. Yeah. They gonna know about it. Stop letting these predators feel like they could be okay doing the shit that they do. All for a coin. All for a buck. All for what? Learn how to love yourself. Learn how to love children. Learn how to learn how to do some self-love. Go heal. That's what we need to do as a community. A community need a healing session for the community. That's what we need. Go do some fucking research. Do something other than cover for these predators. Yeah, this is deeper than that. For me, this is deeper than that for me. Go heal that shit. Y'all part of the problem. Everybody want to run from, demons. Everybody want to run, everything scared. No, you the demon. You the demon that the church be talking about. Y'all delusional as fuck. No sugarcoating shit. You delusional. No, I ain't going to hell. You in hell right now. Oh, that's just how they is. Fuck that. They ain't gonna be like that around me. You gonna straighten up around me about these children and about disrespect and about sweeping shit under the rug. Oh, you gonna straighten up around me. I don't deal with that. Hey, Amazing Grace. Hey, NYC girl. She said you content creators are doing an amazing job on these cases. Doing our best. Shout out to y'all. She said, I'm so glad to hear you speaking. What'd you say, Chris? I'm so glad to hear you speaking for kids because we are losing them every day at rapid rates. Women are dying every day at rapid rates. Something is wrong here. Hey, Angelique. Something is wrong here. Say a week-old baby was just raped and murked by dad while mom went to get formula. What would it take for people to wake up? What will it take? What more do we got to witness for us to stand up and say, fuck this shit? Anybody can get it about the children. Anybody can get it about mine. What else is it going to take? The only way these systems are able to do the shit that they do, because they are able to manipulate us to go against each other. That's why. Divide and conquer tactic been working for centuries. We all got the same goal. You ain't my enemy. We ain't got to talk. You ain't got to even like me. But we got the same goal. Hell, let's go. I'm rocking and rolling. Let's go. The fuck? We got to do better as a community. We should not feel, people should not feel alone in this world. Cause your family wanna silence you. They want to exile you because you speak the truth about the demonic shit they do in our families. They wanna get rid of you, the true speaker, the one that's really trying to help the family system. That's what be crazy to me. Then they throw you out to the wolves like you ain't shit because you trying to help they dumb ass heal. I'm trying to help you, dummy. You didn't want to be in church every Sunday, clapping this shit, shouting this shit, speaking in tongues and shit, trying to lay hands on the motherfucker. Sit y'all asses down. Y'all don't know a fuck thing about a God. You don't even know who you is. You refuse to heal. That's how you know they got arterial motives trying to get up there on the pulpit manipulating people about their money. Telling people what they can and can't do, what you can't wear. They take that same dumbass mentality back to the family dynamic and run that shit back every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. Y'all stuck in a fucking cycle. Wake the fuck up. Don't even realize you in this trance. Y'all is stuck. Y'all part of the problem. We trying to help the kids. Y'all trying to drown the kids. Make it make sense. Money hungry bitches. Everything about $1. You selling your soul, your kid's soul. You would sell the fucking any fucking thing for $1. I'm sick of it. Fuck a pastor. It's been fuck them for me. I've been out the church for years. Fuck a pastor and tell him I said it. Y'all ain't shit. Get up there trying to act like y'all holier than thou. Looking up babies' dresses and shit. Touching on little boys. Confusing the hell out of them. All in the name of a Bible. In a scripture. Y'all be the main ones talking about a scripture. Ain't living godly to save your own soul. Now share that. Ain't no spirituality in these dogmas and these religions. Ain't no spirituality there. Them bitches sound asleep. They in a slumber. They the demons. They the portals for these demons to walk in their bodies and operate through them. This is a spiritual war we are in. They are sacrificing our children for energy. Tell it how it is. I don't give a fuck how weird it sounds. It's the truth. The truth is stranger than these lies and illusions y'all been falling for. The truth is, They sacrificing the children. Believe it. You believe the pastor when he say he ain't praying on kids? Ain't no damn spirituality. No, I don't play about the kids. I don't play about the lies. I don't play about this deceptive ass bullshit. I don't play about it at all. It don't take much to get me fired up about these kids. I listen. I'll be calm. I listen. I take my notes. All right, I hear you. But when that shit stop making sense, everything is off now. All bets is off. Bitch, let's fight. Let's go. But I will listen. But I'm a thinker. And those are the ones that is attracted to this here channel and channels like mine. People that can think. We don't need no robots and people still operating from that religious programming over here. We need people that can critically think, because we need some critical shit going on, because our children are in critical danger. Our women are in critical danger. Or what they say, grave danger. We need to talk about it. A woman is dying every 4 hours to the hands of a man. We need to talk about it. Why is that happening? What is happening spiritually that is causing our children, our women to be attacked? What is the problem here? Who has that much hatred in their hearts? Why? Why is our perception so off at how we view women and children? That's some sick shit. You know? Let's tear this shit up. Let's knock all the tables over around this motherfucker. Everything got to come off the table. Knock all this shit down. Knock it all down. Fuck it. I'm true to it. I need other people that's true to it. That's unwavering. That could keep their eye tunnel vision. Keep your third eye tunnel vision. Literally. No matter what comes against us. Okay, because we're talking about principalities. We're talking about this force of wickedness, this force of deception. Okay, we're talking about a force that has been operating willingly, freely. Okay, we gotta have people that are diligent, that will continue to speak the truth, dive deep, stay diligent. Say, I'm not understanding today's parents. Our mother's supposed to be protectors. There is no way my little ones will ever be in a situation like this, because I watch them every day. Absolutely. We got to learn to balance. Okay, and I know we all need money to make it in this society right now. A lot of women and mothers motives be money. They need money, money, money. They itching for money. You got to find a balance. Figure out something that works to where you can know where your children at, where they being left, who they being left with, and still make some money. We got to figure it out. We got to figure it out. This is why we need community that we can trust. But at right now, the way things are going, we gotta be very skeptical of who we allow around our children. Even their own fathers is taking them out. Their own mothers is doing weird shit. Selling their own kids. And they still protect Annette. They still will get up on somebody's panel and say, no, my mama ain't like that. She just very stern. She just very loving. She just very caring, instead of saying, no, fuck that. My mama abused the fuck out of me. One thing I'm going to do is tell my story, because ain't nobody lived my life to tell my story. And I don't care who it hurt, because the truth gonna hurt, but that don't make it no less the truth, do it? No, it don't. You ain't got to like it, but it's the truth, and it was my experience. And you can't take my experience from me. You should have thought about how you treated me. You should have thought about what you did to these kids. But nobody's holding their asses accountable. And then when you do hold them accountable, like I said, they want to kick you out the church, kick you out the family, kick you out the communities, kick you out. They want to get rid of you because you too loud, you talk too much, you exposing my demons. Well, keep exposing them. That's the only way we're going to beat this force of wickedness, this force of lies and deception and essaying they got going. That's the only way, when we tell the truth about what's going on. And say names. Don't be afraid. I was trying to get this lady on the panel to come tell her story about how her family sat back and watched men rape her in person, literally steps away from them. She was under 10, under the age of 10. And they sat there. Her own grandfather sat there. Her own brothers sat there and watched it happen. What in the world? For years. Her aunties watched it, knew about it. Let the niggas come in and do it. Oh, you was a dead one. You think you finna come to my house doing some shit like that, or anybody's house that I know of? Oh, no. That's what I mean. We got to take a stand. Either you with them or you against it. Either you gonna stay on that side with the pedos, the woman killers, the child killers, or you on the other side where the truth and justice is. Pick your side. That's what it is. That's the war. That's the divide. That's the rapture. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's it right there. Pick your motherfucking side. Or die. With them. Pick it. You over there? You won't pick a side? If you don't pick a side, you over there. That's how I see it. Either you walking in truth in the natural ways of life, law and order, or you ain't. It's that simple. You choose not to heal. You choose not to face your demons. You choose to silence victims. You on that side. I don't care if you ain't touched a kid. You ain't standing for them. You ain't standing up for them either. So you one of them. You do nothing, you a op. Period. Y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna know what side I'm on. Y'all gonna know ain't nothing secret about it. Y'all don't know things are changing. The energy of Earth is changing. Okay? It's changing. The rapture the Bible was speaking about was your consciousness, your spirituality. Are you going to ascend from your lower nature, your animalistic living? Are you going to ascend from that? Or are you going to choose to not face your demons and stay down there in hell? We can be two people standing next to each other having two different perceptions of reality because one choose heaven, ascension, and one choose hell, which is that animalistic nature about themselves and not healing. That's the rapture. This is what needs to be taught at these churches. But instead, they regurgitate scriptures that they don't even fucking understand. Parables they can't even dissect. Look like we the real prophets and pastors around this motherfucker. I can teach a sermon and cook some shit up for your ass and have your ass thinking about some shit. And challenge any pastor that think they know that Bible. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you ain't talking to a sheep. Bitch, I'm a goat. Bitch, I'm a goat. I actually do the research. Yeah. That's what we need. Yeah. Real goddess shit. Like they say, goddesses and gods. Look, y'all know when I get to cooking, I'm cooking, baby. Yes. They don't know a fuck thing. They don't. They have been lying to the people. They have been used to deceive the collective, the community. They have been exploiting our sense of sovereignty, our sense of individuality, our God, our godhood, our goddessness within us, our divinity. They have been exploiting that. That's all the church do is exploit your divinity. You are sovereign by nature. You are sovereign by birthright. It is your birthright to be a divine whole being. But instead, what they do, they exploit us in childhood. They traumatize our children. They traumatize you in childhood. It was all by design. It was all by program. It was on purpose. There are no coincidences. They know what they're doing. These pastors, these bishops, these apostles, these prophets, they go through training to teach, to learn how to manipulate people so that they will stay asleep and be sheep for the rest of their life. They are trained to do that. Y'all better study psychology. You better study psychoanalysis. You better study where religion come from. They stole it. And they stole our natural way of life, which is real spirituality. They stole it, and then they created a religion out of it so that they can control the world. It's for power and control. That's it. The elites don't even need no fucking money. They don't even need the money. Why? Because we kill each other over it. That handful of people controlling the masses because people refuse to think and question shit. Use your brain. Use your mind. They say people only use 10% of their mind, and why is that? Because we don't question shit. Expand your mind. And I'm sorry if the video is skipping, but I'm hoping y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck if you can't see me. Listen to what I'm saying. This is spirit talking. I don't even know how I went about it this way. The great mother is sick of it, and God ain't no man. The great mother is a woman, okay? I ain't being quiet about it. Never was. And I'm sorry if I'm yelling, not sorry. Turn your volume down. They want to demonize the black woman. They want to take our power away. Ask yourself why they been trying so hard to demonize the black woman. Because she is God. She's the creator. She's the first portal. You better go research who you are. Go do your research, man. Ask spirit, who are you? Sorry, I gotta go that way. Because some of y'all women, my sisters, y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to know this. This is your confirmation. You were never meant to bow down to no man. We are the manifestation of the primordial chaos energy. The cosmos. That's us. We're stardust. We are the gods and goddesses. Don't ever let nobody tell you different. You stand on that shit. Because they gon' respect it. And the white motherfuckers know this shit. No offense to anybody that's of Caucasian descent on my channel. But what you gotta know is this is the truth. And the real gonna respect it. This is the truth. Shout out to Virgo for joining the detective crew. We got to deal with the truth. That's the problem in humanity. Motherfuckers love the lies. They will lay down with lies and hate the truth. The truth is the great mother. The truth is the source. The truth is source. You hate the truth, then you hate yourself. Who taught you to hate yourself? Who taught you that? Got to get back to loving yourself. Got to get back connected with source. You are source. The only way anybody comes to this earth, is by way of a portal. Okay? The power of the vagina. Don't let them tell you different. I don't care what they say. Because they will try to gaslight you and make you think you crazy. Well, a man, you wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for a man. Trust me, that masculine energy came from that feminine energy. And any man that knows his shit, he gonna respect it. And he know it to be facts. There should never be a power struggle. It should be about respect. Respect the fact that I am. That I am. Respect that. She said primordial chaos isn't bad. It's the raw, it's the undifferentiated potential of the universe. Absolutely. It's the creative force. We are the creative force. So this force that's going after our children, exploiting every natural law of the universe, is our enemy. It's our enemy. We got to do something about it now. We've been asleep long enough. Wake the fuck up. Shit. It's time. We need warriors. We need people that is unwavering. People that will speak up and do the footwork, do the work. Protect your energy. This is an energetic war. You ask yourself, what is spiritual war? It's a psychological war. Well, what does psychological war mean? It's on your energy. They want your energy. Why? To keep the lies going, to keep the illusions going, to keep the people fast asleep, to keep your perception distorted. See, they can't really fully take you out your godhood. They really can't. Because we still have the power to control our realities by way of mind. But what they can do is control how you perceive things. That's where they get you at. That's where they get the collective at. Believe in shit that we see. They strip us out of our discernment. They strip us out of our divinity. They strip your ass out of everything that's connected to your sovereignty, that's connected to source. They strip you out of it. And then you become a slave. They don't need the chains. They don't need the plantations. They can send you to the job that you faithfully go to. That is the plantation. You willfully go there because you're afraid not to. You're afraid of what's going to happen when you don't. Step into the unknown. It's time. It's time. How can you say you trust God, but you won't even go into the dark? You're avoiding the darkness by everything. You're avoiding it. Go. You come from the darkness. The chaos energy. You are a God. Got you in there on your knees, black woman. Got you praying to a God. When you are God, you are source. Get up. Get up. You look crazy. You forgot who you are. And we all fell victim to it, most of us. So don't feel bad because we all fell victim to it. If you was in anybody's church, okay? We all fell victim to it. But it's time now. It's time. It's time. This is why I do what I do. It's always deeper for me. First of all, I'm a Scorpio. It's going to always be deep. I get on here. I could be entertaining, but I'm very serious about my shit. What Erykah Badu say? This is my art. I'm serious about this shit. And I refuse to let a bitch take me off my square. I refuse. I do too much work personally in my personal life, breaking too many curses. This ain't for play for me. This not for play. This is real shit. These women so damn man crazy. You gotta have a man. You just gotta have a man. Let that shit go. Get to know who you are. You steady looking for love in that man that can never give it to you because he don't even know who he is. He don't even love himself. You're never gonna fight. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Go within. The only way out is in. You're never gonna get it outside of yourself. It's a lie. It's an illusion. Go back to source from where you come, my dear. Go back. Find your way back. Or I'm going to help you. Okay? And I'm pulling you by the ear now. I'm not holding your hand. I'm pulling you by the ear. Okay? Get your ass back to source. Okay? That's part of the problem. Because these men, women, gonna only do what we allow they ass to do. That's part of the problem. You don't need anybody. You need you. We need you to be whole. We need you to be healed. We need you to remember who the fuck you are so that we can really fight this war. Hello, somebody. Now, can the church of divine and divinity say amen? Okay? Say amen. That's the true church. When you get your sovereignty back, go back and get that check. Ain't that what Obama said? Go back and get your sovereignty. Go back. You can't run from it. You can't. You're going to keep going through the same old toxic ass cycle till you decide finally to deal with that shit. Whatever that is. You know what it is. Whatever. You got to deal with it. We got to deal and we got to heal. Our children's lives are totally dependent on it. We have disconnected from the great mother and she weeps. She weeps for her children. She weeps, okay? Imagine that. Imagine your children turning from you, disrespecting you, the very source from where they came from. Imagine that. How would you feel? Y'all know how y'all feel when y'all children disrespect y'all just on a day-to-day basis. Imagine your children not wanting to reconnect back with you from where they came from. And they treat you like a stranger in your own house. Imagine that. Give you something to think about. Yes. Hold them accountable. Thank you, Spirit. I'll go ahead and get off here. Spirit had me on fire, y'all. Because that's what it is. That's what I do. And this is a wrap, y'all. Y'all see I got it's a wrap. That's divine justice, law and order. And we're going to bring it by way of truth. All right? I salute to the divinity in you. Question everything, even me. Ashe, use your discernment. Have a great night. I love each and every one of y'all. Sending you all love and healing, peace, love, light, and darkness. Okay? Go into the dark, Caroline. Ashe. See y'all. Don't forget. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments for those that catch this replay. All right, y'all. Have a great night.
Why would it be in the tree?